I think it's on. There we are. All right, we're in. Fellas, welcome to our very first March Madness bracket here for Don't Go Out There Horror Movie Review Podcast. Of course, I am Mike Settle. That over there is Brian Hathaway, the producer man himself, Dustin Franklin, the most handsome, funny guy on the internet, and of course, Mr. Nico, killing all the women with that stash. Brothers, I appreciate you. Hey, what can I say? I
I
appreciate you
forgot my
guys
gavel in
joining
the other
me.
room.
Yeah, you did. I'm glad you did. Because I'd have been gavelled there. It's fair. It's fair. Fellas, I'm glad you decided to join me for this birthday bonus. We switched it up and we put this all together in about 4 days' time. So I appreciate you guys helping me out with this. Dustin with the killer graphics, Brian with extensive notes on every single character we're about to talk about, and then there's me and Nico. just hoping for the best. Fellas, general thoughts, really quick. Any initial reactions to the bracket? Maybe my terrible seating, which has been pointed out on social media more than once now. So hey, that's what happens when you're part of the committee. Okay, Brian, general thoughts on the bracket and the reaction, and anything else you have.
No, there are definitely many instances of favoritism in this bracket. There is stacking the bracket, but there again, that happens in real life too. Some teams even get left out for no particular reason, which happened to, Trick or Treat, and Nico's upset about that. So he got shafted with college football and the horror movie bracket. So
Fair.
anyway, I'm excited about it. I nerd, like you said, man, I nerded out with it. I went, pretty
Yeah, you did.
extensive with powers for each person. And look, I'm going to get serious here. So I don't know if y'all are joking around, but I'm fucking serious.
Okay, thank you, Lance Storm.
Super cereal.
Super serious.
So Dustin, your initial reactions. My terrible seating. Any bracket thoughts?
If the telephone poll from Hereditary doesn't win, then this
See?
whole thing's a farce.
Listen,
Also, I don't know if any viewers or listeners have noticed this, but Brian noticed it, and I'm going to call you out for it. I think that Pennywise being in the 70s and 80s bracket is a little bit questionable.
I'll be honest. It was an honest mistake on my part.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just had to give
Yeah.
you shit.
I
This
deserve
is a super fun idea. I mean, you and I have done some brackets on some other
Yeah.
podcasts before, and this is just it's a nice break from the norm, and it's a good way to get the creative juices flowing and let us have some banter.
Absolutely. Nico, initial thoughts on my seating. I'm sorry about leaving out one of your faves. It wasn't personal, just last minute. Just gutted for Sam and Trick or Treat. Absolutely gutted for everyone in that room. Go ahead, Nico.
but Pennywise got two. He's the regular SEC around here.
That's right. That's right.
No, this is a fun idea. I'm excited to do it. And honestly, for my picks, I have no strategy. Some of them, I tried my best, to think of like if you put them like in a coliseum, like in Rome or something, and like you just gave them their weapons and their powers, and you said fight to the death. That's how I approached it. So except for one of them, there's one I just don't like and don't care. What like Dustin says, whose line is it anyway?
Everything's made up, and points don't matter.
Yeah, we're just rolling with
right.
it. It's a birthday bonus, by God.
That's right. Hey, and I'll just reveal a little peek behind the curtain here. The bracket was pretty damn random, except for I tried to match up families against one another or groups of people against one another.
No.
People call me out
son.
for Pearl. Hold on.
Mike.
People called me out for Pearl being a 1 seed. I think Pearl is a modern horror icon of her time.
Hell yeah.
The 2020s. We're only 4 years in. And if you're about to comment on Michael Myers, he's a 1 seed.
Not
What?
that one. Can you please talk about the hand versus the attic dick from Bo is Afraid?
It was an accident.
That was total accident, huh?
Yeah.
Totally random. I put it in a random. All right, that shit was funny, and I decided to do it.
A24 love.
Hey,
Let's go.
I was gonna say, Dustin should have no complaints. Those are A24 pieces of history right there, Bubba.
Brother, I am deep in the trenches of my A24 journey. I'm about to
Which
lose
you
my
can-
fucking mind.
Which you can follow all along on all of our social medias. Dustin's social media. He's making the A24 trek as we speak. Last thing.
I think I've
wanna
watched
say-
41 now.
Hey, damn, that's crazy.
41
Last thing I
out of-
want to say here is how this is going to work. So in a few minutes here, he's running a little behind. from work, original co-host of the show, Brother Drew, will join us as the 5th member. So it's the first time we've had all 5 of us on in, I think, 3.5 years, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been quite a long time. I'm excited to have Drew join us when he gets in. But Drew is joining us to have a tie-breaking vote. So his vote will matter, of course, through all of the picks. But if there ever comes down to a 2 versus 2, which happens on this show sometimes, we're going to bring Brother Drew along, and he will break that tie for us. And then, by the way, as Dustin knows, I will play this sound and this video.
No, you better lock it up. No, you lock it up. You better lock it up. No, you lock it up.
Once a pick is made, we will lock that baby up, and that one is on to the next round. So one more time for an explanation. We will go around the horn style, region by region, and select who we think will advance to the next round. We have 64 of our top horror villains. I spread them out by decades, okay? 70s, 80s in one region, 90s, 2000s in one region, 2010s in a region, and then the 2020s. And then I threw some fun characters in there because Dustin mentioned the telephone pole from Hereditary, and I couldn't leave it out. It's too perfect. Sleeper pick for sure to go on pretty far. They're around the 32 at the very least, the telephone pole. Although I gave it a stiff competition in the first round. Ayo. Nope. Oh, you went and got your gavel.
hey, pal. You're flirting with the 2-game suspension.
Fair enough. Okay, so that's how this is going to work. I am going to throw it to Brother Nico real quick as we're going to read off some social media comments from the posts this week, and then we're going to shout out our blood donors as Brother Nico always likes to do. Go ahead, buddy.
Real quick, Meg Stone, I see your comment. That is a lot of A24. I've watched 41, but there's actually been 158 A24 movies to date released. I saw Love Lies Bleeding, which is the latest one. I saw it on Sunday or Saturday, and yeah, we're moving right along. It's a lot.
Hey, what's your favorite one, Dustin?
Iron
Claw, man. That's a good one.
Iron Claw's a good one, but right there with it is Moonlight. Moonlight's incredible.
I've heard that's a good one.
Great
Definitely
film.
on my list to watch. All right, anyway, let's get back to the March Madness bracket. Let's shout out our blood donors real quick. Anita Russell, final girl donor. We just did her review, Pitch Black. That episode dropped today. Hope y'all enjoyed that one. Christina Tower, final girl donor. Her pick is The Mist. We'll be doing that after our next round of picks. Really appreciate that donation. That's another one of those movies like The Sixth Sense where I already know the twist, and it's like my first viewing experience isn't going to be what it should be, and I hate that. But anywho, camper level reoccurring, Clayton J, Nina, Michelle Mirza, the Horror Movie Crew podcast, Alex Seligson, Michael Evans, camp counselor reoccurring, Edwin Hernandez Gunn, Joe Swinford, Shan, Adrian Aiello, Karen, Brian Samick, Andrew Ferguson, Matt Strickland, Brooke Maley, Thorne David Phillips, Heather Superdoc, and Jennifer Davis from the Too Close to Home podcast. Really appreciate y'all's donations. It means a lot. If y'all want me to, I'll go ahead and knock out IG, and then Facebook or Twitter can go next.
Okay.
Shout out to Meg Stone. She commented this was an awesome idea and plan to join us. We really appreciate you tuning in. Danny CNAP says this will be dope. And I asked her who you got winning it all. She said Jason is the GOAT, but I want to see Jigsaw and Art in the finals.
Oh, that'd be a fun final.
Okay.
Fun final.
Lynn Hunt 04 commented 70s, 80s looking strong. Dale Ridgway asked, I didn't see Corey Cunningham in these brackets. And I asked Mike what's going on.
Maybe next year for Corey. Maybe next year.
No. Yeah, when we don't hate him still. Just kidding.
It's not his fault.
Knowles and Fans Finn, he commented, Freddie wins in thread. My man is the biggest Freddie fan. I really appreciate that. And then we had one more comment from today's post from Meg Stone as well. And she said, you put the Hereditary telephone pole in there with a laughing emoji.
Damn right.
You're damn right we did.
All right, y'all are up.
All right, well,
there's
Facebook.
go
ahead. I was going to say Facebook only had 2 really easy ones or quick ones. Raymond Rodriguez said, okay, this excites me. Can't wait to hear or see this. And let me scroll over to the other one. Jeremy Ireland just asked how I was determined on, who moved to the next round, and Mike explained that earlier. So that's it for Facebook.
Survive in advance.
That's right, baby.
But, so on the artist formerly known as Twitter, aka X, we had one that was Andrew Ferguson. He said there should be a podcast critiquing the seating. Pearl a 1, 80s
Right.
Pennywise, 80s Pennywise a 10, which we already discussed, is actually 90s Pennywise.
Yeah.
Who were the last 4 in / first 4 out? And Tyre must have got lucky and won their conference tournament because their Ken Palm rating is way too low.
Way.
that was a good. So that was a good one. That was
That's
a
good.
good.
That's
one.
good.
That was good. I mean, Tyre, he had some good kills, or she had some good, whatever. We had some good kills. Come on.
Dude, I wanted to kill myself watching that movie. What the hell are you
All
talking
right.
about? But as far as first 4 out, I mean, Nico has already voiced his displeasure with
Yeah,
the little runt Sam being left out.
Corey Cunningham was one of the first 4 out as well. He ended up on the cutting room floor.
To the Martians from Ghost of Mars, I think they were first 4 out.
Whatever.
They're playing in the. Hey, Dustin, they're playing in the CBI, buddy.
Yeah. All right.
What about Death from Final Destination?
I couldn't.
How do you kill Death?
Yeah. It became really complicated with Death. I thought about it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I
thought about Death. Hey, when Dustin said, all right, you're in charge of the bracket, then y'all gave up all say-so in the seating and the way it was made. That's not my fault.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Hey, it's your show, bro.
It's my birthday bonus, which my birthday is tomorrow, by the way. So that's
is that
why
a
we're
rock
doing
hoodie?
This. It is, buddy. Buddy. I've told you this before. I'm Team Rock.
Acknowledge the bloodline, brother.
You know I acknowledge my tribal chief. I'm just a fan of Cody Rhodes too. Okay, so we're gonna get this show started. Any ties that we have, we'll come back around whenever Drew gets on and let him break those ties for us if we end up seeing those. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. But first, who will have their one shining moment?
You're running for your life. You're a shooting star of the year. No one knows just how hard you work, but now it shows. In one shining moment, it's all on the line. One shining moment, they're frozen in time.
That was
All right,
fantastic.
Thank you.
That was
buddy.
awesome. The only critiques I have are way too much Art the Clown. But
I knew you were going to say that.
And-
I almost put him in there just to see what you would say.
and I also really enjoyed that you used the proper Friday the 13th movie to represent Jason. That was great.
Well, it's a cool
that?
shot. Okay,
You see Times Square in the background. That was awesome.
it's a cool shot. It's fine. It's a cool shot.
Check text me.
Okay, I will.
Check text message.
But we got to get started. Hey, I don't know. I put it in his email. I don't really have another way to handle that from here.
I'll forward it to him.
Okay, please do. All right. So I guess we could go ahead and get started by explaining the first region is going to be the matchup of 70s and 80s horror villain icons. All right. So let's start with our 1 versus 16, which I'm sure some people thought this was unfair, but that's kind of the point. I mean, it's only happened once in basketball history, so, nothing we can really do about that. Michael Myers, a true 1 seed, the number 1 overall seed, might I add.
Oh, wow.
Versus number 16, Pamela Voorhees, Jason's mama, which I did this matchup biasly just for Brother Nico. Go ahead, Brian.
Okay,
All right, so I don't think it matters whether it's Tyler Maine, Monster Myers, or whether it's 78 through Resurrection Myers. His strength and ability, I think, to take battle damage would just simply overpower the old woman. Mike definitely rigged this one up for his boy. Michael Myers advances.
Am I next?
Yeah, you're next, Nico.
What's the order? Okay, I'll go
And then
next.
Dustin and then Drew when
Sorry, I
he
didn't
gets
know the
on.
order. All right, so we got a interesting matchup, the 1 versus 16. We've seen Michael Myers get beat by lesser
go.
opponents, but we've also seen him take over some better opponents. Michael Myers is the OG. Friday the 13th is the ripoff. Pam Voorhees is an honorable matchup, but she doesn't stand a chance in this one. I got to go with Michael Myers in this one.
Here's the thing. All you got to do is tell Pam that Michael's trying to hurt her baby boy, and we might have a.
What's her old ass gonna do?
You see how many teenagers she took out?
Fair.
I'm just saying, like,
Kevin Bacon.
okay, I'm kidding. I'm just trying to I'm just trying to make it interesting. Friday the 13th OG is severely underappreciated by you three, but Michael Myers wins this one.
All right, so that will be Michael Myers in a landslide for all the reasons that you guys said. Plus, just Michael fucking Myers, man. He's my number 1 overall seed. Although he's got some interesting competition, in my opinion, coming up. So I think that'll be a fun one when we get to the 1 versus 2 if they make it that far, Nico. I did that just for you, bud. All right, in the 2 versus 15, we have the previously mentioned Jason Voorhees taking on Billy from Silent Night, Deadly Night. A sleeper favorite of mine, by the way. One of my favorite films from that era. Brian, who you have, Jason or Billy?
My bad, dude. I thought we were going through the same
Oh, sorry.
are in order, man. You threw me all off. Okay, my bad. All right, so I think Billy would give human Jason some issues, but since there's no real rules here, I'm going to go zombie Jason, and Billy's strength just simply is outmatched here, in my opinion, and Jason advances. I think Jason has a favorable side of the bracket here as well. I just want to throw that out there.
All right. Like Brian mentioned, I think Billy gives him a little bit of a fight at first. It's kind of like one of those weeks where the obviously better team comes in maybe a little lackadaisical, doesn't take the opponent seriously, starts off a little slow. It's a 10-7 halftime game, but in the end, Jason pulls away and blows this out. Give me Jason Voorhees.
I mean, come on, one's a human. Yeah, I get it. He's strong, but he doesn't have the size and strength to clash with Jason on the boards. I think he's going to get boxed out quickly. I think even Roy could take Billy there. So I'm gonna go with Jason.
I agree with that.
All right, and I will also go with Jason Voorhees. I had a little soft spot for Billy because, like I said, I really do like that first film, and we reviewed that at don'tgooutthere.com. And he is a low-key favorite villain of mine, but stands no chance against human Jason, Sackhead Jason, which is my personal favorite Jason, #Team Sack, and, of course, zombie Jason. So he stands no chance. I'm going to go with Jason Voorhees. Don't you gavel me. It's got a sack on its head. What do you want me to do about that? I didn't make that creative choice.
Team Sack is wild.
Moving on.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up.
All right. I will go in order from now on for Brother Brian so he doesn't fluster it again. We're going to go with our 9 matchup from the 70s and 80s region. Alien versus Predator. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, this one we've actually gotten 2 movies on. The problem there is that we have no clear winner in either movie. I tend to lean on the Predator side with his intellect and hunting skills. I think if it's a 1v1, I think the Predator takes him out. Alien, I think it'll take a group of them to take down a Predator. So I'm going to go with Predator in this one.
All right, another strong matchup, but I have not seen this versus movie, to no one's surprise. I'm looking forward to watching it.
There's 2 of them.
I haven't.
The second one doesn't exist. Second one doesn't exist. Don't worry about it.
Does to me.
I mean, we got a Stephen King fan who hadn't seen Misery, but anywho, to me, Alien franchise is kind of like Scream. And hear me out. This revolves around Ellen Ripley, not the aliens. Predator is about the Predator. Give me the Predator. Give me the Predator.
Says Chris Hansen. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Just have a seat.
Have a seat right
this
over
one, the head-to-head regular season matchups was split. So this is going to be the rubber match. Absolutely. Miss Ripley, the lovely, talented Miss Ripley, yeah, she got the upper hand on Alien, and it took the freaking Terminator to take out the Predator. So that tells me all I need to know. Give me the Predator.
I'm also going to go with the president. Yeah, not the president. The Predator. Too strong, too fast, too mobile, too agile, too hostile. They're a member of the Titans. I got to go with Predator here. And I think Alien would actually put up a good fight, like Dustin said, split in the regular season, head-to-head. But when it comes down, too much size, too much speed, I'm going to go with Predator here for sure. And we are another sweep.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up.
All right, I won't play that every time. I'm sorry. We're going to go to the 5-12 matchup here for 70s, 80s. Hold on, what happened?
Yeah, that comment. Matt Sears, you got one, brother. Nico's mustache should be on the bracket. That thing could take out a few on its own.
He's not lying. He's not lying. It
That was
looks
a good
yeah,
one.
it looks like the
That's a
yeah,
good
it's a
stash.
caterpillar stash there, Bubba. All right, let's go with our 5 versus 12 here. Two things of very similar stature. I thought this was a fair fight. The only reason that Chucky got the 5 seed is because more kills, more iconic moments in his franchise as opposed to Stripe from Gremlins. Brian, 5 versus 12. Chucky versus Stripe. Who you got?
Nah, I think this is kind of a blowout. I think Chucky wins this one easily. I think the Gremlins are hard to kill, but Chucky's smart enough to figure out that sunlight pretty much takes him down. So I'm gonna go Chucky.
Chucky. I mean, Gremlins is a fun little Christmas movie, but you don't fuck with the Chuck.
Well, I was going to go with my first 12-5 upset here. Every year we get one. I do think that there's strength in numbers there. I think that the Gremlins have a deep squad. They got plenty of bench players that, they're lunch pail and hard hat kind of kids. And I think I think Stripe would win, but I was outnumbered.
Whoa, it's not. Hey,
Oh,
you don't know what I'm saying yet, do you?
well, you
You're
made the
telling
seating,
me-
so I'm assuming you're going
Hey,
chalk.
you're-
But
Now hold on here. Now hold on. You're telling me that it's such a slam shut case of Chucky, who is a doll, by the way. I just want everybody to remember that. Chucky is a plastic doll against a group of gremlins or even one gremlin.
Whoa! We never said if
Okay,
it was
fine.
Gremlins, then that would
Fine.
be one thing. But it's Stripe. It's
Okay,
one.
singular Stripe. I'm with Dustin. I'm still picking Stripe over Chucky, 12 over 5. So when brother Drew gets on, we will have to revisit and
Let's
have
go.
a tie-breaking vote. That was one of my upsets in the 70s, 80s region. Hey, brother. we
March
gotta have-
Madness, baby.
It's March Madness. That's what this is about. We can't go chalk all the time.
Hey, Brian, this is like Joe Tessitore and Jesse Palmer picking
Oh,
on right now.
brother.
Goodness
Oh,
gracious.
brother.
Doesn't even. They're just picking on their
You're
emotion.
just mad.
Pure
you're just-
emotion, not
you're
logic.
still
mad- hey,
logic in this
hey,
thing.
you're
Chucky
still
ain't
mad
played
Sam got
nobody,
left
Paul.
Yeah.
Chucky ain't
please.
played nobody, Paul.
hey, he's still mad that Sam got left out. He's pouting on Twitter at Kirk Herbstreit. Anyway,
Hey, he blocked
I'm
me.
sure he did.
I didn't even
You
know.
earned it, probably. Although I did make fun of Dion losing his toes. So what do I know? I got emotional too. Anyway, all right. We'll come back to that and let Drew get his vote in on that later. We're going to go with the 13 versus 4 Leatherface, a very honorable 4 seed there, in my opinion. There's some different versions of Leatherface. So like I said, I left it up to host's discretion to see which version they chose against number 13, Billy, the original killer from the Black Christmas franchise. I guess it's a franchise. It's basically all just been remakes at this point. So I went with Billy, the Black Christmas killer. Brian, go ahead. Leatherface or Billy for Black Christmas?
I think this one would actually be a good hand-to-hand battle. But I think the sheer size and strength of Leatherface wins this one. And despite Billy's good endurance, his good speed, I think Leatherface gets a hold of him one good time, and that's all it takes.
All right, so like Mike mentioned, we put this together in 4 days. So I got to be honest, Billy, I'm not familiar with your game. I am familiar with Leatherface's game.
Fair.
He can be overtaken because he's a regular human, but he's got a chainsaw. I got to go with Leatherface. He's iconic. I got to give it to the higher seed this time.
All right.
Unmitigated doll.
Here's the thing. There's plenty of game film available on Leatherface. I mean, his 74 tape is iconic. You can't dispute that. But when I look at his athleticism, he reminds me a lot of Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Very skilled player, but kind of slow and unathletic. So when I look at Billy, I'm comparing him more to an Anthony Edwards. He's got the athleticism. He's got the size and strength. So I think he can get up and under Leatherface and make some things happen. Give me Billy.
Ooh,
okay.
More March Madness upsets. I can't join you here, my man. I'm going to go Leatherface. I'm thinking 2003 Leatherface in my head. And when we go that direction, mean, nasty, big chainsaw, doesn't take shit from anybody. I'm going to go, man, down low in the post. Are you expected to get one up on Leatherface? I don't think so. No, man. I think he's Orlando Magic style Dwight Howard. He's blocking all these shots. That's what I think. I got to go Leatherface here, man.
He strikes me more of Arvydas Sabonis. I mean, he's kind of big and clunky, but I respect it.
All right. Leatherface will be moving on to the next round. All right. This was a fun little sneaky matchup to me, in my opinion, just because of the having the two characters face off would be hilarious to me. But I think it's going to be a pretty clean sweep here. Number 3, Freddy Krueger, a very respectable number 3. Some even say got gypped in the seating. Should have been a little higher. That's okay. That's our what
They had a rough schedule. They had a rough schedule.
Hey, tough go to start. Had some injury early on, and then he overcame, and now he still worked his way all up to a 3 seed versus Angie/Peter Baker from Sleepaway Camp. I say Angie/Peter because, well, go watch the movie. Brian, who we got?
Because Angie has a Peter. Go ahead.
She has a Peter. Yep, there you go.
She does. Turns out that's the twist. You haven't seen Sleepaway Camp? Surprise for a spoiler.
Twist is
What? Yeah. Hey, we're live.
That's
family,
literally
everybody. Live
That's
family.
literally
Come on.
the old dick twist.
It really
old dick twist.
It really is. Brian, go ahead before we get thrown off the air for somebody. Go ahead.
Look, unfortunately for Angela, I think this is right in Freddie's wheelhouse. Now, Freddie in the dream world, I think is definitely dominating this match, but even human Freddie, I think overpowers Angela and kills her. So give me Freddie.
Oh God, we're live, guys. All right,
We'll do it live.
all right. It's Freddie. I mean, this is the most lopsided match I think we've had so far. I don't think PETA has a chance. It's Freddie by 24 points.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know, going into this tournament, when the brackets were released, I wanted to find a way for Freddie to lose the first round matchup because it's no secret I'm not a fan of his work. If we were comparing him to athletes, I would say David and Njoku just because the burns on the face. But I think that Angie/Peter is kind of that's right in the wheelhouse of Freddie. Like that's what he's feasted on his whole schedule. So it's no secret that kids like to sleep a lot and kids are frightened by dreams more. So I think that he is just flat out fucked in this matchup. Give me Freddie.
Probably literally if it's a remake, Freddie.
Like you said, yeah, very true. Oh, smokes. Anyway,
What?
why don't you have a seat right over here, Fred?
They're the ones that made the movie.
That bad decisions all around in the remake. Bad decisions. I'm also going to go with Freddie. To me, this is a pretty pull away win for Mr. Krueger here. I don't trust Angela Baker in this match because, like you guys said, this is literally up Freddie's wheelhouse. She's in a movie called Sleepaway Camp where she has to go to sleep. I think her fate is sealed and
That's
sealed
a good
pretty
point.
early.
It's a good point. I didn't think of.
That is
Hey.
very nice. Very nice.
Hey, and I
Very
actually
nice.
think, hey man, Freddie, he gets hot from behind the 3-point line, and it's over for Angela. Can't come back. The gap is too big. That pause, and so I'm going to go with Freddie in a clean sweep. Freddie moves on.
Freddie getting hot's that's the reason he looks the way he looks too. So
That's
I mean,
true.
he's literally on fire.
I'm sure where you're going with that one, but I'm glad you.
This match, this next 6-11, I'm not going to lie, I rigged the system because this one was just for Brother Dustin to have here. The 11 versus 6 will be David from the Lost Boys. I know we got 2 Lost Boys fans on this show. And Pinhead. Pinhead versus David from the Lost Boys. By the way, Pinhead's from Hellraiser. Brian, you look like you're chomping at the bit here. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, this was a pretty fucked up matchup, especially for David. David would be a battle for pretty much anyone else. But Pinhead is damn near overpowered. He's essentially immortal. He can teleport, can summon an infinite number of means to torture and maim, would easily use chains to subdue David, exposed to any number of normal vampire killing techniques. So Pinhead for me.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not a huge fan of either of these guys, these teams. I'm not a big fan.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I like Lost Boys as a movie better, but Pinhead's stronger. He's a stronger opponent. I got to give it to Pinhead for now.
Logic wins out. I like it.
Yeah, just a disastrous draw for David here. I mean, as you can see over my shoulder, I've got the Lost Boys poster on my wall. But Pinhead is just way too strong, way too physical, way too mental. Like he's going to wear you down mentally as well. So Pinhead, and it's not going to be close, unfortunately.
Does Drew remember that we have a podcast tonight? Just throw it out there. He does. I don't know. He's supposed to be on. We only have one tie so far, so we're good right now. All right. I'm also going to take Pinhead as well. Too overpowering, like you said. I still like David to put up a fight here. I think he'd be pretty scrappy. think we're looking close, late in the second half. Everybody's flipping over to True TV to see what David can do here. Can he pull off the upset? But it's a little bit too much power there for Mr. Pinhead. So I'm going to take Pinhead. All
Mike,
right.
I think Drew's waiting for you to let him in.
Oh, he's in. He's in. He's here.
Hey!
God,
Hey,
there
I've
he
been
is.
sitting here for at least 10 minutes, and I was like
Oh,
shaking my
sorry.
head when Brian was talking about Pinhead. I was like, my man,
Son
is
of a
my guy.
gun. All right, really quick, Drew. Really quick. I'm gonna. We had a tie that we need you to break.
Okay.
Okay. Everything else was a clean sweep. Okay. So we already have some first round advancement, but I'm gonna throw this tie to you.
I'm
Are
ready.
you ready?
Let's go.
The 5 versus the 12. Chucky versus Stripe from Gremlins. Who you got?
Got to be Chucky, man. It's got to be
See?
Chucky.
Exactly.
Oh, son
Go
of
ahead and
a.
lock
You
it
know
in.
ball.
Dang it.
Lock
You know
it
ball.
in.
Hey, man,
Locked in.
toddler.
I'll lock it up.
Poor toddlers, man. Come on.
All right.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up.
All right, Chucky is moving on to the next round. Now you can join us for all these votes here, Drew. And you came in at the perfect time, buddy, because we're going to go the 7 versus the 10 in the 70s, 80s region. Jack Torrance from The Shining versus the 90s version in the 80s bracket. The 90s version of Pennywise the Clown. Brian, you had a little bit of difficulty with the Pennywise stuff when I was releasing the bracket, so I'm really interested to hear your picks.
I had
on this. Go
difficulty
ahead,
with
buddy.
everything, and I asked questions, and Mike went, "Fuck you," basically to every answer to every question that I asked. So I decided to make shit up. But anyway, I think with this matchup, the issue here is that Pennywise uses fear to feed off of its victims, and Jack Torrance is so fucking crazy. There's no fear I could see coming into play here. I just don't think any reality-altering illusion or really anything I can see old school Pennywise doing here could really fend off Jack Torrance just hacking away with his axe. So I'm going to go Jack.
I retweet everything Brian said. Give me Jack Torrance.
Okay.
So for me, I was torn because Jack is already going crazy.
He is.
So Pennywise can, really drive that home. I don't think that weather's going to come into play. It's March. It's warming up pretty much anywhere. So Jack doesn't really have that weakness going against him here.
Exactly.
There you go.
But something's telling me, though, I mean, all they had to do to beat Jack was just run around in the snow a little bit. So I think that if Pennywise can get out in space, spread the floor a little bit, give me Pennywise in an upset.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Drew.
What's crazy is after hearing Brian just break his down like that, I was like, well, shit, maybe I picked the wrong thing. I was like, how he just broke it down. I'm like, he's fucking right. So I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to go with Torrance.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what makes it fun. That's what
Gotta
makes it
convince
fun. Obviously, Jack Torrance is on to the next round, but that was also going to pick Jack Torrance. I felt like Pennywise almost felt like too easy of a sleeper. It's kind of like throwing, like the really plucky mid-major in that everyone thinks is going to make a deep run, and then Jack Torrance just shuts that shit down with an axe. That's how I kind of felt about this version of Pennywise. I'm sure there'll be some people that are mad though, because that's like their Pennywise. And they think that's like some big deal. So Jack Torrance will be on to the next round. All right, so really quick, live on the air. Do we want to just hop on over to 90s, 2000s? We want to go through region by region.
90s, 2000s. That's me.
All right, let's do it, guys. Here we go. I'm excited for 90s, 2000. I know that Nico loves the 90s, so he's stoked about this side of the bracket. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. The 1, Ghostface. Very controversial, by the way. Not that he was the one, but because multiple people have been Ghostface. So use your imagination there versus the Odette
Don't ask for
family.
clarity, God almighty, whatever you do.
The Odette family from Wrong Turn, one of Nico's favorite franchises. Brian, Ghostface, Odette family,
All
who
right.
you got?
By the sheer definition of the Odette family, we're talking about at least 6 versus 2 or so. I mean, so the 2 ghost faces, I don't see being able to fight off 6 of these cats who have super strength, the ability to take a lot of damage to continue. I've never seen Ghostface set traps, so maybe they're able to sneak up, take out 2 or 3, but I think they're overpowered by sheer numbers and force here and are simply humans, so I think they're done, and we have a 16 versus 1 upset.
Give me the upset, brother. I don't think Ghostface has a chance against the Odette family. I don't care if it's 1v1, 3v3. Give me 3-finger over any Ghostface. Odette family.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Dustin.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I mean,
Same.
Scream. You know, I've said it with you guys. Scream is one of my favorite franchises here, but I think that depth off the bench is going to come back to haunt Ghostface. I think that we've got a Virginia versus UMBC situation here, 16-1. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
No.
Now, maybe if I bend the rules and I say every Ghostface, like they get the whole squad of Ghostface, then I'm changing my vote. But
There you go. I agree.
They don't
if
stand
we're
a
not,
chance.
yeah, I got to go Odette family. And
3-finger.
that,
Pow.
now I'll be right back. I'm gonna go throw up just for saying that.
Same.
Drew, our picks don't matter, buddy, but who you got?
Man, I feel this is kind of crazy. I'm about to defend Ghostface, for Christ's sake. What is
Let's
going
go.
on?
What is
What
happening?
is going on? What is happening? The fact that I'm choosing the comedy Ghostface over.
Oh, get out of here.
Man, it's terrible. But I mean, I kind of went the way what Dustin was just saying when I was just thinking about it. I was thinking like the totality of all of them.
Yeah.
So I kind of figured that's kind of where I went with it. But it was by a squeak.
Fair, I didn't set rules.
It was by a squeak.
Okay.
But yeah, I had Ghostface.
You know, to me, I will say another deciding factor. Ghostface is not very fluid. Got some balance issues. Some,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They're kind of clumsy.
Not
so-
athletic, not really an athlete.
The
Just down
hillbillies
their
will
leg.
the hillbillies will not knock them down, then run away. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Nico, a true
I'm not
hater,
hating,
I
that's just
can
the truth.
respect it. No, I know. I can respect it. Look, this was a hard matchup for Ghostface. He drew the toughest 16 in the tournament. There's no doubt about it. And because of that fact, I'm with everybody but Drew. This is a crazy world we live in. I'm going with the Odette family in an upset. The UMBC of our bracket, the Odette family, which, by the way, terrible franchise. Okay, and if we're comparing franchise to franchise, Scream is elite. The wrong term franchise is just hot garbage juice. But the Killers are much more powerful and much more deadly. So give me the Odette family. All right, guys, we're moving on to the
Hey, Drew,
8-9.
Joe in the
I
chat
thought-
just said welcome back. Wanted to shout you out there.
Appreciate it,
Hey,
Joe.
look at that.
Appreciate it.
Oh, look at that. OG Drew, he is back. You're right. He's going to help us decide who moves on to them. Obviously, when Mike Myers wins the whole thing, he'll be here for that as well. Anyway, all right, the 8-9 matchup in the 90s, 2000s bracket is the Masked Intruders from the Strangers Now franchise versus the Crawlers from Dustin's favorite film, The Descent. This feels like a pretty even 8-9 matchup to me. I'm excited to hear what everyone thinks. Go ahead,
All
Brian.
right, so I don't know how many crawlers we're talking about, but I know for a fact we are talking about 3 masked intruders. I think the crawlers could possibly overpower them in sheer numbers, but I'm just going to go 3-on-3 here. I think both thrive in the dark.
That's what I
Both
did.
thrive in the dark, but the crawlers have an advantage there using sonar, hunting in packs, while they're masked intruders, they like to split up. They both have normal human weaknesses, at least in the first Strangers movie. I'm going to vote crawlers, and I think the intruders get picked off in the dark. To quote Bane, you nearly inherited the dark. I was born into it.
That's from Batman, Nico. The
Good
Dark Knight
Batman.
Rises.
I've
Or the-
seen it. I've seen it. All right, so as everyone knows, I'm a big Strangers fan, and I'm picking the Strangers to win this. I mean, the crawlers, they don't have good vision. I'm like in my mind, this is in the Coliseum for the Romans to watch. They're smarter. Like the crawlers are dumb. I was more scared of the claustrophobia than I was of the crawlers. Give me the masked intruders.
So I think this is two contrasting styles. The Masked Intruders, they like to run a lot of ISO and run it that way, whereas the Crawlers are more of a everyone involved in the play kind of team. They also have a very special kind of strength. So I'm going to go with the Crawlers in an upset.
There you go. All right, Mike. Or Dustin, which one? Or Drew, I mean?
No, go ahead, Drew.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead, Mike. That way, we'll see where we're at the end there.
Okay. This was a hard one for me. That's why it was 8-9. I feel like strength on strength are pretty equal. both have similar weaknesses as groups, in my opinion. Brian mentioned both kind of thriving in the dark. The difference is, to me, seeing the strangers deal in some sunlight situations. I think we're about to in this next movie as well, if you look at the still shots that have been put out here. So I'm going to go. It really hurt me to say this because y'all know how much I love The Descent, but I had to go with the Masked Intruders from the Strangers franchise. I think too overpowering. I think eventually you get the crawlers kind of running around and running into each other, and that makes easy kills for our Masked Intruders. So I'm going to go with the Masked Intruders from Strangers.
So I
Tiebreaker.
know, I know my boy Nico. This is his favorite. Literally, I
Son
just
of a-
went this off
son
of my
of a
boy.
bitch.
No,
Son
so
of a bitch.
Masked Intruders for the win.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
God, man.
Man,
Hell
no
yeah.
doubt. My man
Hell
thought I was
yeah.
going against
Let's
him, and he's like,
go.
"Oh,
No
man, you're
logic.
doing it." He comes in
go.
here and dashes my dreams and hopes in my bracket.
Drew with the buzzer beater
Let's
for
go.
the Masked Intruders.
I almost downloaded a buzzer beater sound, but I didn't. I'm sorry, everyone. But we can, however, lock that shit up.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up.
That's what happens when you get a tiebreaker, baby. Let's go. Fine. I'll save it for tiebreakers only. How about that? Okay. All right. Here we go. We're moving down the bracket. The 5 versus 12. Fun matchup, in my opinion. Interesting. Little sneaky, little Murray State at the 12 seed, if you know what I mean. Patrick Bateman versus Candyman. Go ahead, Brian.
All right, so usually the supernatural would get my vote here, but Candyman, he likes to take naps. Plus, if mirrors are destroyed and paintings of him are shown to have give him damage in the movies if destroyed, Bateman's just fucking destroying everything anyway. I think Candyman goes down, but not because of a hand-to-hand combat, just simply because of Candyman's weaknesses. And Bateman's just, I think he's not sane enough for any scare tactics to matter to him.
I'm right there with you, Brian. Patrick Bateman, the only thing he does in the mirror is take his mask off. He ain't saying that name. He's moving on. Give me Patrick Bateman.
Well,
And I hate the Candyman movies.
that's not the only thing he does in the mirror. They both are fans of mirrors. Patrick Bateman likes to watch himself. To me,
Yes, he
to
does.
me, all you got to do is tell Patrick Bateman, "Hey, Candyman's got a nicer business card than you," and it's over. It just
That's
sends him
it.
to the next level. So,
That's true.
Bateman.
Again, our votes really don't matter here, but I agree with Brian. I literally say here that, man, Supernatural would normally get my vote here because I feel like it's a pretty even matchup. But no, man, I think Patrick Bateman is just a little too unwired up here, man. I think got a lot going on. Like you mentioned, all the mirror play that you could do, pause with the Candyman. I think it's just a little too much. I think Patrick Bateman kills the Candyman in his sleep. Give me Mr. Psycho himself.
Look at Tyler Kane saying the same thing Dustin did.
Yeah, great minds.
Absolutely. He says, I'm taking Batman. Candyman's card sends him into a fury and takes him out. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Wait, did you say Batman? Batman's
He
in
did
the
say
state?
Batman. He did say
I
Batman.
did. I'm Batman.
I'm
Well, we've
Batman.
been talking about Batman all night, buddy. You're just
Stay
like
out
he
of
wasn't in the bracket.
You just read fast. That's all it was. You just read fast.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
he was-
fine. That's fine. Okay. Hey, that's true. Bateman
Yeah.
was also Batman, so that's fun.
It's true.
Fun factoid there. All right. Patrick Bateman will be moving on to the next round. Fun matchup here. And one of my favorite villains of the era is a 4 seed. Some say a little too low in their opinion, but I made her a 4 seed. So here we go. Annie Wilkes for Misery and Nancy Downs at the 13. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I think Annie wouldn't get a chance to use a gun. I think Nancy's witch abilities of elemental control, illusion, flight, they're enough to overpower the old, overweight woman here. Easy pick, in my opinion.
I agree, Brian. I chose Nancy as well. I love the movie
Love the
Misery
craft,
way
too, by the
better.
way.
I do
I
not like
love
the craft.
I like the craft. It's fun.
Craft was good.
If we're picking movies, I'm taking Misery. But if we're picking winners in a fight, I'm taking Nancy. So give me Nancy.
Yeah, I think Nancy, she's got the youth on her side. Annie's knees are going to give out. She does, she can't hang and bang in the paint like that anymore.
Right.
So give me Nancy. Not close.
I'm also taking Nancy Downs because I think it's pretty easy to cast a spell on Annie Wilkes here. And look, we really only saw Annie be able to kind of kill people when they were on bed rest. We know Nancy Downs can mind control people, can cast spells, can fly around, do all the normal witch stuff. So I also went with Nancy Downs in a 13/4 upset pick. Drew, if you want to say your pick here, you can. But like mine and yours, votes did not matter.
It's a clean sweep. It's a clean sweep.
Okay.
Nancy's taking it to the house.
All right, I'm using it for clean sweeps too. It's going to get annoying. Here we go.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up.
I'm just doing it to extend the show show runtime for Nico, so he can't go to bed yet. All right. The 3 versus 14. Here we go. Hannibal Lecter. Okay, one of my favorite villains. Some say a little too high here at the 3 seed. That's okay. Versus number 14, Samara from The Ring. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I think Nico's going to disagree with me here, but Samara needs the victim to view the videotape to hold any power. Lecter, 100%. I don't think Lecter gives a shit about watching movies. He's a book reader. He's a book guy. So Samara has no power over him at all. Lecter moves on easily for me.
Yep, I disagree vehemently with you. I'm going with Samara. We're putting them in a battle. I got to assume they've watched the movie. I mean,
you're making assumptions now. Oh, okay.
Hey, we got to. We're putting them in a battle. Like she got there somehow. Listen, Anthony Hopkins, you were phenomenal with the 14 minutes, however long you was on screen. But Samara is going to do one little zoom at you, and you're done. So give me Samara with the upset.
Ooh.
So you're trying to tell me that the great mind of Hannibal Lecter wouldn't be able to convince someone else to watch the movie so he doesn't have to deal with her?
They're fighting 1v1,
I don't think that
brother.
Samara's going to get.
He's too smart. He's too smart.
1v1. He's going to con someone else into watching it. Here's the thing. I don't think that Samara's going to get on the field, but if she did, I think that Hannibal would dunk her fingers in a nice glass of Chianti before he eats that.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Everybody got to do it now.
Give me Hannibal.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree with you here, brother Nico. I'm sorry. I know you had her going all the way to the final game here.
I had her in the final 4, boys.
I know you had her
Bracket buster.
But I got to go with my man, Hannibal Lecter, for all the reasons you said, Dustin, which is the mind games I think he'd be able to play. There's a work. I don't know what it is, but in my mind, there's a workaround for Hannibal Lecter with the videotape. Somehow, some way, he gets out of that having any kind of power on him. And that's what made me decide that if that's the case, it's a no-brainer. It's Samara leaving in a body bag. So I'm going to go with Hannibal Lecter there. Sorry, man. Maybe you'll get a chance to ruin Dustin's dream in the next matchup. A little 6 versus 11 here. John Doe from 7 is a horror movie, in case anybody was asking. Versus number 11, Brother Dustin's favorite, which I originally had left out. He called me on the rug on it, so I decided to change up the bracket because that was fair. He was right about that.
His best friend
one.
is on here.
Oh, brother. You did it after I already released the brackets. It was too late, pal.
This was too.
I'd already put them on the social medias. It was over. John Doe from 7 versus the Firefly family from Rob Zombie's brilliant mind in his head that he has. So go ahead, Brother Brian.
All right. Well, all right. The Firefly family has strength in numbers, without a doubt. But I think they would be easy prey for someone with intelligence and can set traps. I mean, I think this is a nightmare matchup for the family. I think John Doe is able to use traps to his advantage here, knock them all off according to his plan. Firefly family, I think they would beat the Crawlers, but sorry for them. I guess they didn't win the conference championship, ended up with the 11th seed here. It happens. Doe is a beneficiary of the matchup here, in my opinion.
Brother, if we were picking movies, I'm picking John Doe. If we're picking a fight, I'm taking the Firefly family. I think he's got no motive. He's not trying to prove a point in this fight. This is just, hand-to-hand combat. There's numbers. I think Otis takes him by himself, to be honest with you. And then Baby just laughs and annoys the shit out of me. Give me the Firefly family.
Yeah, I think that John Doe's extreme. He's a textbook player. He's sneaky, athletic, and all that. He can get some manipulation over, but how do you manipulate psychopaths? You can't. So I think this is going to be some tutti fucking fruity right into the next round.
Interesting.
I agree, brothers. I agree. Give me the Firefly family here. Are you kidding? Baby would annoy the shit out of John Doe to where he would drive himself mad and probably want to kill himself. Okay? Like, that's how much I think Baby would drive him nuts. And by the way, if we're including Firefly family, like, Captain Spaulding's there. He's a ruthless son of a bitch. I'm just not giving John Doe any chance here. Give me the Firefly family. Go ahead, Drew.
I had John Doe on this one. I did.
Oh,
Wow.
I did, and it was mostly just like Brian touched on it, just the setting the traps and but whatever. I figured he could have outsmarted them a little bit, but you know, it was one of them ones that kind of went back and forth because of the numbers. But yeah, I had John Doe on that one.
By the way, it's a good argument for John Doe to win is setting traps and having them fall for. But I think Firefly family's smarter than you think a little bit. That's how I feel about that. I feel we're underplaying their intelligence just a smidge. So Firefly family, not originally in the tournament, had to write a petition to get into the tournament, is now on to the next round. Shout out to the Firefly family.
And also, Nico, no,
Shout out
I
Sam.
didn't wait until the brackets were made before I said that. I was making the graphics for the brackets when I said it. So, and I waited for his response before I continued.
Sam, man,
I'm
look,
here to tell you right now.
we don't.
We don't care.
We don't care. We don't care. All right. I'm sorry. I did this one for my own personal entertainment here with the 7-10. And St. Patrick's Day was yesterday, so we're a day late on this, but I had to do it. Esther from the Orphan Now franchise, apparently, and the 7 seed with Leprechaun at the 10. Not a good series of movies, but Leprechaun the villain, pretty damn nasty, pretty damn evil, pretty damn scrappy. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, his movies suck, but Esther is just a normal girl who has a body of a kid here. I mean, if she was rich, she could maybe bribe him with some gold, but unfortunately, she comes from the poor side of the tracks. I think Leprechaun uses his magical abilities here with no size advantage, takes care of Esther.
I'm going with my girl Esther. Fundamentally, Leprechaun should have every power advantage, but iron is one of his weaknesses. Who's to say that she doesn't have an iron wrench?
Is it iron or gold? Wait a second. Is it iron or gold? Here we go.
Leprechauns are weak to iron. Like you bring out, remember she attacked the nun on the side of the bridge. You give her a piece of iron. You never know. This gets ugly quick for Leprechaun. And his movie suck. Give me.
All right, 1-1. Go ahead, Dustin.
That was unnecessary.
Movies definitely suck, but this is like Nate Robinson versus Muggsy Bogues. Not a lot of size on the court yet or here, but I'm gonna go with who's more got that dog in him, which is Nate Robinson. So give me Leprechaun.
Ooh, okay, here we go. So listen, this one was tough for me because, like Nico mentioned, all the attributes should go to Leprechaun. I mean, one, he's not real. He's magical. Two, not a whole lot can take him out. And Warwick Davis, by the way, shout out, great job portraying the character all those years. Okay, movies not my favorite, but great job on the character. However, I think you're underestimating the toughness of Esther. She is one mean SOB, man, and she may have the body. She may have the body of a kid, but remember, she's not a kid. She's a full ass adult, and she's killed somebody with a hammer more than once now. And
she ain't even gonna get close enough. He's magic.
I could fully see Esther taking a bar of something and whacking him like a whack-a-mole until he's dead. That's probably offensive. I do apologize. Give me Esther, though, to tie this thing up, and we're going to Brother Drew for the tiebreaker.
Bro, Esther's getting backhanded by the Leprechaun.
Exactly. Easily.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up.
Dude, Leprechaun went to the hood twice. He's about that action.
Exactly.
And survived.
And survived.
She was in a mental asylum, man. Come on. Y'all sleeping on my girl Esther.
Look, if she was rich.
Go ahead. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say if she was rich, then
my thing is
this would be over easily.
If Esther gets dropped in the hood, she's gonna be like Justin Bieber when he got locked up in his car and when he broke down in his car.
Yeah, scared in the hood.
I'm not buying it. I don't think Esther's scared of any of that, but that's okay. You guys have voted on Leprechaun moving on, so that's okay. We are going to move on to the last matchup of the 90s, 2000s region, which some people thought I screwed one of the most iconic characters of the era by giving him a tough matchup in the opening round. I would tend to agree with that. I apologize. Had to do some seeding, some reseeding for the Firefly family, though. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, of course.
So, number 2 seed, Jigsaw, rightfully so, by the way, earned. Resume super strong. Great Ken Palm rating. Won his conference in the regular season and the conference tournament. So that's what lands him with a 2 seed here versus the Collector, one of the meanest, scrappiest 15 seeds we have in this bracket, in my opinion. Go ahead, Brian.
Look, I mean, this is definitely a battle of traps here. Great first round matchup based on skill sets, but that sucks for Jigsaw because I think so. In this case, I think I would give them pretty even keel on the traps, and so it would come down to hand combat. And Jigsaw is simply an old fucker with cancer. I think the Collector kills him and advances in a 15-2 upset.
This pains me to say.
Brian.
As you know, I'm a huge Saw fan. John Kramer is my favorite character, but he's an old guy. He's by himself. He doesn't have Hoffman. He doesn't have Dr. Gordon. He doesn't have Amanda. He's by himself. I think the Collector is taking him out pretty quick, honestly, in some hand-to-hand combat. Still love you, John, but I don't think you win this one, brother.
I mean, this is a textbook trap game, and I think that
Literally.
but
Trap.
here's the thing.
Aha.
Here's the thing. You've got the triangle offense, right? It was originated by, or it was perfected by Phil Jackson in Chicago, and then some other people tried it. It didn't work. I think you got to go with the OG in the game. I think you go with John Kramer. He's done it all. Even before he had Hoffman and everybody on his side, he was doing it on his own. Give me Kramer. But basically what it comes down to is I voted against Ghostface. I can't vote against my 2 favorite franchises. So
Not in the same bracket.
Not in the same bracket. I can't do it.
No, Brother Dustin, you made some great points that I also would like to back you up on. I think while the Collector, he has his trap. Yeah, he's big and brooding, blah, 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 blah. We've seen time and time again. And by the way, I didn't make any rules here. I never said that Jigsaw didn't have other people working for him, brothers. That was always
The bracket says Jigsaw.
I'm just kidding, man.
It didn't say
But
Jigsaw family.
I will be fully transparent. I am voting for Jigsaw because I think he would outsmart him somehow and set the last trap. I've seen it too many damn times. I've seen Jigsaw and his work come out on top. So I am going with Mr. Kramer himself, Jigsaw, which means Drew.
Give us some more logic, Drew.
Drew, you got it, buddy.
I think my biggest thing after hearing everybody talking, and my biggest thing with him is the way he prepares for the game. Jigsaw prepares for the game. He is probably the most prepared. Like he studies and gets it down, goes all the way through.
He's Kobe Bryant IQ.
So give me Jigsaw for the win.
Oh, let's go, baby.
I mean, I'm not mad. I like him better.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up.
That's right. Lock that thing up. Jigsaw is on to the next round.
I'll tell you this: if
This
either
is crazy town.
if either hires Kevin McAllister as a special assistant,
Never be home alone with that kid. Anyway, all right, we're going to move on now to the 2010s. Hopefully we'll go a little quicker, although I doubt it. I apologize. I'm having too much fun, so y'all just have to deal with it. Okay, we're going to go with the 2010s, the 1 versus the 16 seed. Some people, not going to name names, highly disagreed with Art the Clown seeding in this bracket, but I had to go with icons of their time, okay? So I had to do what I had to do. And I like Art the Clown. His movies just aren't my favorite. So we're going to go with Art the Clown from the Terrifier franchise versus Annabelle from the Conjuring universe. Fun, sneaky, 1 versus 16 here. Go ahead, Brian.
Interesting. So I just want to say this about the 2010s. This is where the bracket to me is interesting, or the whole thing, this region is, because I feel like the 10s may be overpowered a little bit. I mean, my biggest issue here in this side of is the demons. I mean, we're fighting villains. So it's not like we have Christianity, Jesus, hope to counteract and fight these demons. I mean, this one's a little bit overpowered, I think.
Okay.
Right. So that kind of brings me into this one. I mean, so Annabelle's possessed by the demon Malthus. Art may be damn near immortal, but at least temporarily can be defeated. I mean, his issue here is a matchup, in my opinion. I think he has shown one of his weaknesses is suffering from hallucinations. And one of the demonic strengths of Malthus is illusion, casting, and dark magic. I don't see Art bringing anything to the table, Christian or Jesus wise, that could defeat a demon here. I think Annabelle advances.
You made a good case, Brian. You almost
Hey.
convinced me.
You had
I
me in the first
gotta
half.
go with I gotta go with Art the Clown in this one then.
So when you watch a show on ESPN and they're making their predictions, you can tell, oh, that guy just clearly has bias. That's me. I didn't care who the hell was the 16th seed. Give me the 16th seed because I hate Terrifier and Terrifier 2. Give me Annabelle.
All right.
Wow.
So in my mind, everything you said is absolutely true, Brian. Absolutely. But I'm going with the same rule of thumb I put on for Chucky. Chucky is a fucking doll. Annabelle is a fucking doll. I'm giving this to Art the Clown, would rip her to shreds. And Drew is already letting me know that me and Nico are not going to win this.
My
So it
bracket
doesn't
is
matter.
fucked.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Drew. Go ahead.
I'm honestly just shocked, from Nico's standpoint for going, against Annabelle. And but
I like
look,
Annabelle.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I was shocked. So my thing is, give me the 16 Annabelle to ride it to the finals.
Wow.
Oh,
All right.
uh-oh. You may not be alone in that, buddy. All right, fine. We'll go ahead and play the bit.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up.
Annabelle, it defeats Art the Clown somehow. This is a rigged system. Who made this bracket, huh? Anyway, all right. Okay, one of my favorite matchups of the whole tournament is here next. I can't fucking wait to hear everybody break this down. The 8-9 matchup would be the Harga Colt, I think is how you say that. Okay? That is from Midsommar, by the way, A24. Shout out to A24 there. Versus the Armitages, I believe that's also how you say that, from Jordan Peele's Get Out. I can't wait to hear everyone's defense and explanation for this. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I think this is a very good matchup here for the Armitages. I don't think they'd advance versus many others, but I think their money helps them in this battle against a very basic cult. I think they could buy their way out of anything.
I'm going with the Harga. Give me the Harga. And here's why. They got drugs. There's no black folks there, respectfully. They're not getting manipulated by Allison Williams. They're in it to win it. And I think the Harga takes them pretty easy. All the Armitages are burning up in that barn in a bearskin. Give me the Harga.
Yeah, this matchup is very Ivy League in that there's not a lot of diversity on these two squads. But I agree with what you said, Nico. I think that the Harga, they're gonna throw some sex voodoo at the Armitages and just get them all in that sex crazed daze that they're in, and they're gonna put them in bear suits. It's over.
Yeah,
Mike.
that's my. I'm sorry, brother Brian. That's my thing. I could just see the cult dude. This cult was so good. I could see them convincing the Armitages to join and sacrifice themselves, and that's how I see the cult actually winning this battle. So I got to go with the Harga, man. I'm sorry, Drew.
I'm right there with y'all. It was back and forth, but I'm kind of the things I think the Harga would kind of eke it out over the end. So give me the bear suit.
Okay, I love it. Let's go. Harga on to the next round. Harga may make a deep run here from the number 8 seed. I'm curious to see how far they go. All right, here we go. I know that I think I know where Brother Brian's going to go, but we'll throw the question out there anyway. Valak, the nun demon from the Conjuring universe, versus two of my favorite villains in a long time, Nana and Pop Pop from The Visit. Brian, go ahead, buddy.
Come on. This isn't even close. This is a blowout. Like, this is the Super Bowl champions versus a Pop Warner team. I mean, come on. Valak is a demon, and Nan and Pop are mentally ill old people. Like, this is a slaughter.
I love both movies, but I have a clear winner.
Valak. I feel like this is going to be a clean sweep here.
Yeah, chalk, Valak.
Listen, I wanted Nan and Pop to win. I really did. I even tried to make a case for them here in my notes. I decided not to do that because that was fucking stupid. And so I went with the demon Valak. Too strong, too much to overcome. I mean, this would be like, man, my JV high school team facing the 85 Bears, man. This is just too much to overcome. Give me Valak. You too,
Valak
Drew?
for sure. Valak for
Yep.
sure. Even though they have not done the Nun justice in their movies.
Well,
Just saying.
That's a very solid argument there. I would completely agree with that. All right. Fun 413, in my opinion. I'm very curious yet again to see this very strong female matchup. Here we go. At the 4 seed, we got Red, okay, versus the 13 seed B from the Babysitter movies. Go ahead, Brian.
Now, this is a good matchup here. I mean, pretty even matchup. Both are skilled with knives, marksmanship. Both have normal human weaknesses here. I'm going to say that B advances, though. I think she's more charismatic and can talk B into something stupid like backing up into a fire or something. Kind of a toss-up, but I'm going to go with B.
Yeah, I'm going with B as well. Red, spent her whole life this plan to, get vengeance back on what happened to her, and she still fumbled the bag. The moment was too big. She pissed down her leg. Give me B.
By the way, if you guys don't know, my mistake, Red is from the movie Us, also a Jordan Peele classic. Go ahead, Dustin.
Yeah, I think that Red is she's going to take the big dance too literal, and she's going to do a lot of dancing here.
Thank you. Too much dancing.
B does have normal human weaknesses, but also shown the ability to be resilient and make a good big comeback in the second half. So give me B.
My vote really doesn't matter, but I actually went against you guys. I went Red on this one. I feel like she's very powerful. She can manipulate. I don't know. I feel, and look, I like B, okay? But in my mind, I was only going off the first Babysitter movie, I guess, so that's my fault. I do apologize. But I went with Red, but it doesn't fucking matter what I thought because B is on to the next round. But go ahead, Drew.
Yeah, I went with B on this one. Same reason Nico gave.
Okay.
Tyler Kane with a comment, Nana and Pop would shit their diapers when Valak showed up. I loved it.
I love it. We do have some comments. By the way, this is the most watched live stream we've ever had. It's not even close, everybody. So I really do appreciate all 85 of you guys watching along right now. And then that's actually not a very accurate number, Restream, which I pay for, so I don't mind being critical here. They do a bad job of collecting numbers until after the fact. So if you are watching along and joining in, please comment on whatever platform you're watching it on and show some love and give your picks. That'd be great. Follow along with us here as we just move B from the Babysitter movies on to the next round. Fun little 314, in my opinion. The Babadook, bad movie, don't care what anybody says, versus the 14, Mick Taylor from Wolf Creek. Go ahead, Brian.
Look, Mick Taylor is kind of the Rambo of bad guys. He has no remorse for his victims, but I think this is another big mismatch. I mean, again, Babadook is a demon. Mick Taylor's easily knocked off here with any extracurricular demonic powers. Give me the Babadook.
If I'm picking my favorite movie, I'm picking the Babadook. Mick Taylor's not depressed. He has no deceased ex. Mick Taylor's just a killing Aussie machine. He just that's a knife, ain't it? I got to go with Mick Taylor in this one. I got to go with Mick.
Yeah, that's funny you said that because if I was picking movies, I would pick Wolf Creek. I picked that movie when we reviewed it. I really liked that movie. But when it comes here, I can't overlook, demons. Literally.
That's a good point, honestly.
Tyler.
No, he's right. But it was too late. It was too late to change it up.
It's too late.
Why don't you read the comment there, Mike?
It is. And by the way, hey, you try line in 64
Put it on
after
air.
getting it perfectly, okay? Tyler Kane says, my only problem with Babadook versus Mick is ain't Wolf Creek from the 2000s. Yes, Tyler Kane. Okay. Okay. I appreciate you
When
watching.
did Wolf Creek 2 come out?
And joining on. You know what? Mick Taylor fits really perfectly here. Okay. Sorry, Dustin. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was done. Babadook.
Yeah,
Demon.
I'm sorry, but I just can't, in all good conscience, pick the Babadookie. So, and plus,
All right, Drew.
I actually don't inherit him I don't interpret him as a demon. In my mind, he's like grief and fear and all these things personified. To me, he's more like an emotion. like an inner emotion to me. Like I don't view him as a straight demon when I viewed the film, although I haven't watched it in a long time. Probably won't ever watch it again because it's not good. So I'm going with Mick Taylor from Wolf Creek because he's a fucking killing machine, guys.
I agree, but it is good. You just don't know ball.
The unmitigated gall of you.
Well, I'm gonna dookie on your hopes and dreams, Babadook,
Oh,
easily.
not the
Yeah,
Babadookie. Damn
Let's
it.
go.
Son of
You
a
elevated
bitch.
horror snobs. Brian's a big elevated horror guy here, apparently.
Oh yeah.
This
I'm trying to use
fucking guy.
logic here to break this.
My bracket is fucked.
Tyler King said, probably thinking about that Wolf Creek TV show. I think you're thinking of Dawson's Creek, brother.
I don't want to wait. All right, anyway.
that's good.
Okay, let's go down to the 6-11, a pretty unfair matchup, but I thought it was a lot of fun. Kevin Crumb from Split, which look for that movie coming up soon here, versus Black Phillip from the Witch, whatever the hell you want to call it. Elevated horror stuff again. Go ahead, Brian.
Well, it depends on how you look at this here. I mean, because this one's interesting because as Beast, Crumb is damn near invincible. But Black Phillip is not just some run-of-the-mill demon with demonic powers. Oh, no. This fucking goat is a form of Satan himself. So I'm going to break my own rules a little bit. And since we don't have the Lord Jesus Christ himself in this bracket, meaning Black Phillip would run the table, I'm going to say that this is just the GOAT Black Phillip, and Crumb easily defeats him as the Beast and probably eats him as well, forcing Satan to just inhabit another being. But as far as this matchup, otherwise, Black Phillip's going to run the table. He is literal Satan. So, sorry, I got to go with Crumb here and hope that he pulls it off.
Not Hedwig, Crumb.
I gotta be honest with you. I want to live deliciously, and I love the taste of butter. Give me Black Phillip.
Black Phillip.
I like butter too, by the way.
My skin's crawling just thinking about this matchup. I do not like that movie. I do not like that goat. I do not like that fucking rabbit that I see in my yard every day. Like you said, it's literal Satan. It's literal Nick Saban. Give me Black Phillip.
Oh, Black Phillip's going to win this whole goddamn thing.
Okay.
You did in my bracket.
Mike.
Listen, Brian, I agree with you, man, because yes, he is Satan in the flesh, I guess, or some form of Satan. But I just went with Kevin Crumb because of what Crumb can morph into. Like, that's kind of the best reveal of the film is this beast that he can come into, which, by the way, we'll be reviewing soon. But it's one of my favorite parts of that whole film, and I just think Crumb would be just as powerful as Black Phillip, in my opinion, in a hand-to-hand combat matchup situation. I mean, sorry, but we are talking about a fucking goat here. So if we're just talking about each other's life forms, I'm going to go with Kevin Crumb. Another tie, Drew. He's going to go with these damn Satan. Son of a bitch.
So damn, Mike. So I'm kind of leaning into what you're saying, leaning in off that. I'm gonna go with Kevin Crumb on their forms there. So give me Crumb.
All right, look at that. Kevin Crumb on to the next round, Bubba.
I think if Kevin Crumb kidnapped Satan's lover, Saddam Hussein, he might have the upper hand there.
Come on, guy.
Shouts
Come on, buddy. That's all. Okay. All right, here we go. The modern Pennywise, yes, I categorize him as two different characters, and that's because it's my bracket and I can do what the fuck I want to do. Versus, and that's a 7 seed for Pennywise, versus the 10 seed Norman Nordstrom, that sick son of a bitch from the Don't Breathe franchise. Go ahead, Ryan.
I'm going to go Pennywise here only because of Norman's blindness. Pennywise, I think, could frighten the dude just using the voice of his dead daughter. I think he's able to get strong enough from his fear and knock him off.
All excellent points made by Mr. Brian Hathaway. I agree 100%. Give me Pennywise, Bill Skarsgård. I'm kind of sick and tired of all the slander he's catching from being the Crow. So I'm just going to defend Bill Skarsgård a little extra. Give me Pennywise.
Yeah, give me Pennywise. I think that Norman might catch a turkey baster in this one.
And it would be deserved, that sick pervert. Give me Pennywise. I feel like this version of Pennywise little bit smarter, a little bit meaner, a little bit more manipulative than the other one. And I think Norman Nordstrom, like Brian mentioned, my man, if John Cena can't fucking see, man, give me, sorry, I lost my place. So give me Pennywise. Give me Mr. Bill Skarsgård himself.
Pennywise.
Drew?
Clean sweep. Clean sweep. Clean sweep. Don't even need to
Pennywise
talk
all
about
the
it.
way through. Oh, wait a minute.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up.
I just wanted to play it. It had been a long time. Okay. All right. We're going to the last matchup of the 2010 15 versus 2. Some people thought a little too low for the 15. I tend to agree. But honestly, I thought of them at the last minute, so you'll have to forgive me. I had to squeeze them in there somewhere, and I didn't feel like reseeding. So we have the 2 seed, Payman, the demon, if you will, from Hereditary versus 15. How would Baju? The guy from fucking Sinister, okay? the villain from Sinister.
I believe that's
Go ahead.
Darth Maul. Darth Maul is what you're looking for.
Darth Maul.
Yeah, Sting in 1998. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, so we got demon versus demon here, although not quite upon closer observation. Also, we're just putting down real demons' names, huh? Like we're saying that out into the world. Okay. Yeah, I'm not saying that. P is full-on real-world demon with demonic powers, and B is as well, but is considered, if you look it up, by some occultists to be one of the weaker demons ever. So P wins this one, and I'm going to do 3 Hail Marys for even thinking about that.
Buddy, you said that like a pastor that's trying to talk to kids about sex. Well, the P's and the B's, or like
Go
quote
ahead.
rap lyrics.
Hey,
That's what it sounds like.
that's what I feel
Go
like.
ahead, Nico. Sorry.
I did not do the research Brian did, I guess. Even though my man is scared of this kind of stuff, and I don't blame him. So all that research I was not doing. I chose Bagul because he's scared on screen. I
There you
got Bagul.
Yeah, I read the scouting report that Brian put together, and to be quite honest with you, I wasn't too impressed with Bagul's game. So give me Paymon easily.
I was also not impressed with Bagul's game, and personally, I just think Hereditary is a better film than any of the Sinister movies. So when I was comparing the two, I had to go with Payman as well.
So P wins that one.
Yep.
Drew?
Yep. Same.
See?
I went strictly off of seating on this one. I'm just like, yeah, don't know much about the other one, Sinister one. Deep
I
dive.
like that.
Just like,
No,
you know
I
what?
love that.
Hey, I just went, buck bracket.
More
Chalk.
people have joined in, which, by the way, we really appreciate. We are getting this is all. It was already our highest viewed. Now it's even more so. So we appreciate everyone following along. We're going to move on to the 2020s / miscellaneous for funsies. Okay.
All of these people came in
Funsies.
on this bracket, like
You're
this.
damn
one.
right they did. You're damn right they did.
God
You're
bless.
damn right. All right, let's start with the 1 versus 16, baby. Rightfully so. Don't care what anybody says, and I don't want someone in this group to use having sex with a scarecrow against her. 1 seed is Pearl versus the 16 seed Tyre from the movie Rubber. Go ahead, Brian.
So Mike definitely made this list for Pearl to pull out the number 1 seed here somehow.
She's the star.
Okay. This one's pretty ridiculous to look, I don't know. Younger Pearl, she can get around some, while old woman Pearl sucks, but has shown she
I
has
was
the
going
ability.
I should have said young Pearl.
You didn't specify. So younger Pearl or old woman Pearl sucks, but she has shown that she can use a shotgun despite its kickback. The shotgun, I think, being the weakness of the Tyre. Pearl shoots the fucking Tyre because the Tyre is so bewildered by seeing her fucking a scarecrow, can't sneak up on her in the cornfield because he's a fucking Tyre in a cornfield. So Pearl.
Thank you, Eric Redding. He says, fuck Rubber Pearl with ease. That's right. Go ahead, Nico.
Give me Pearl. She's proved to be versed with a pitchfork, shotgun, all kind of weapons, manipulation. The terrible movie. Give me Pearl.
Okay, really quick, Dustin. Tyler Kane actually made a fun point. Tyre has to win. He becomes a tricycle, if I remember correctly. Pearl just dies. Tyre shakes enough to blow that head up. Okay, fair enough.
Yep. So, given Pearl's affinity for inanimate objects, I think she'll probably try to fuck the Tyre.
She
And-
might.
I gotta go with the tire here. I mean,
Oh, well.
from what I saw in the movie, Pearl's not a big fan of rubber, but I think that the shaking's going to be enough to cause quite the explosion.
No, I got to go the other way. I'm going with Pearl. She's a star, young Pearl in my head. So that's my mistake for not writing that. But I went with Pearl, who I think is absolutely insane bonkers. And I think that she'd take an axe to that tire, cut it up, it would be done with. I'm going with Pearl here for sure.
It would become
Pearl,
something.
same.
There we go. All right.
She stabs the tire with the pitchfork. The tire becomes something else.
Here we go. Well, guess what? Tire is out, pal. You're just outvoted. You're just going to have to deal with that, or go on Twitter and at Kirk Herbstreit for 6 months. Okay, here we go. The 8-9 matchup, which I thought was fun, which apparently Nico thought was funny. 8 Frankenstein. So leave that up to your imagination because there's about 30 Frankenstein incarnations versus Dracula. Also the same thing. Had to throw some horror classics in here because I know how much Nico loves those black and white films. Go ahead, Brian.
Frankenstein's monster, I will go with. But we've seen this before via the 1971 film. In that movie, Dracula happens to accidentally get caught in the sun rays. I think that's some bullshit needed for this to even be a fight. Dracula's a vampire with vampire powers versus an undead dumbass stitched together. Dracula wins this 10 out of 10 times.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike was lying in whatever format you're watching this, whatever social media, whatever quality, 4K, 1080p. I hate these movies, but give me Dracula.
Yeah, I think that Frankenstein Monster's knees is got. I think he was probably put together with Greg Oden's knees or Derek Rose's knees. I don't think he's going to be able to, to carry his side of this fight. So give me Dracula as well.
That Dracula or that Derek Rose comment hurt me right there.
That hurt me too.
Yeah, that's unfortunate too. I don't see Frankenstein having some like Yao Ming style career where like it only gives out on him later and he has a good early run. I don't think so. I'm gonna go with Dracula, like you mentioned, Brian, a vampire with vampire powers. I got to go with Dracula, and not Dr. Frankenstein. I think everyone look. We don't have to be so particular here. Everyone knows what the hell I mean when I say Frankenstein. Come on. Love you, Tyler Kane. Thanks for watching along, buddy.
Mike feels like the Adrian Broner video. I can't lie. I'm getting cooked right now.
I'm getting cooked.
Yeah, it was
What do you
intellect for
think?
me. It was intellect for me.
Okay.
He would outsmart.
That's a good point. Dracula in a clean sweep on to the next round. All right. Fun matchup here, in my opinion. Megan from the movie Megan here recently at the 5 seed versus the 12 seed Turkey from Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble, motherfucker. Go ahead, Brian.
All right, look, I think from a distance, Turkey may have a chance if he can hit her with some long distance laser or something like that. But come on, Turkey is pretty fucking stupid, and Megan has a cybernetic mind. I'm easily going Megan here.
I feel like we were a little hard on Turkey and Thanksgiving when we reviewed it. I actually quite enjoy that movie. This is one of the biggest blowouts of the tournament for me. Give me Megan in a devastating blowout.
Yeah, I think Megan's a real cerebral player. And I think Turkey has the on-court IQ of Nick Young. So I think that Megan would stuff that turkey in the oven.
I actually like Turkey to put up a fight here. Like, I think, like you mentioned, how cerebral that Megan is. Thinking like a Kobe Bryant style player versus Turkey. This like Dennis Rodman. He shows up. He hasn't showered. He's on an all-night binge the night before. But he could still put up a fight. But at the end of the day, Kobe's too damn good, so give me Megan here. And pulling away late, I like Megan to win pretty big.
Yeah, I like that. I like that analysis you just broke down with that one with the Kobe and Dennis Rodman. That was perfect. Yeah, give me Megan, and honestly, it's a blowout.
I mean, no like true offense to my man Dennis Rodman, but yeah, you know what? Yeah, actually, full offense to Dennis Rodman. That's what okay. All right, Megan, you were on to the next round over Turkey. All right, Dustin. All right, hold on. Tyler Kane had a comment. Has Megan been to space, time traveled, and skipped her own sequel to make a third one? Nah. Turkey and all those angry Indians take out that take no gravy condom needed. God damn. Well, you can leave out your own bracket here in the comments if you want. But in this one, unfortunately, it'd be a lot more fun to have Turkey move on, by the way. It'd be hilarious. But I got to go with Megan, and she's on to the next round. All right, the 4 versus the 13. Dustin, I did this just for you, buddy. The grabber from Black Phone at the 4 versus the telephone pole from Hereditary. Some would even say a better villain than Payment in that film. Go ahead, Brian.
Look, if the turkey was advancing and play, Turkey would have matched up against the pole, I would, we'd have something to talk about. But I mean, one of the grabber's weaknesses is compassion towards his victims, but it's a fucking telephone pole. Like, as long as you're not riding around with your head out of the window like Ace Ventura, you can even run a car into the thing and knock it down. Come on, what are we doing here? Grabber.
Yeah, this was a fun matchup, on paper. But I feel like the grabber has many advantages, of just actually being something besides a wood pole. Give me the grabber, but this was a fun matchup. Give me the grabber.
No, hear me out.
No.
Hear me out.
Are you going to go against the great Ethan Hawke?
This is some bullshit seating wise.
That's why I did it.
No, hear me out. So Hereditary had one of the best shots of all time. This is like that beautiful out to Allen in the corner for 3, bang, Mike Breen when he took that girl's head smooth off. And how does the grabber get around? He rides around in his van. That's a disaster waiting to happen.
But does he drive like Ace Ventura? Like, unless he's doing that, it's over. It's ball game.
My rules.
Look, here's the deal.
All right.
I could see a scenario where the telephone pole has a chance, because if you put the grabber in a car with his head out the window, I mean, telephone pole's got a pretty good shot here. Or if somehow he's chopping it down and it falls on him, I mean, it's a pretty, clean kill there.
Even if the head's not out the window, people drive into telephone poles all the time.
That's
exactly,
true.
And they break the telephone.
And live.
Some die. The grabber doesn't strike me as a seatbelt wearer.
Dustin, I'd like to apologize, but you should be happy because Ethan Hawke will be moving on. I had to go with the grabber, but I really wanted to go with the telephone pole. Go ahead, Drew.
Yeah, same. Just keep it rolling. It's a fucking pole.
Oh, hey, man. That's an evil pole, and you know it. Have you seen that scene? Come on, man.
Hey, hang on. Before you go next, I just want to say that my favorite part of Brian's scouting reports he put together was for the telephone pole. Like, he lists some strengths, but then weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
Normal telephone pole weaknesses.
Whatever the fuck that means. That's fair. Okay. The grabber will be moving on. Okay. The 3 seed, Athena Stone from The Hunt, one of my favorite, more recent villains in horror movies, versus 14, Leslie Vernon from Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. I thought that was a pretty fun matchup here. Go ahead, Brian.
All right, so Hilary Swank is pretty resourceful and rich in this movie, but I'm going to go Leslie Vernon here, and I don't think that she sees him coming. I think he uses his stealth to take her out.
Yeah, Mike, I agree. I enjoyed The Hunt a lot more than I thought I would. I thought she was an admirable opponent. And I got to be honest, Leslie Vernon, I've heard good things about you. Got a niche fan base, but I'm not familiar with your game, so I'm going to go with Athena Stone in this one.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm not familiar with Leslie Vernon either. I haven't seen that one. But, Athena Stone is also Julie Pierce from The Next Karate Kid, is also Maggie Fitzgerald from $1 Million Baby. Give me Athena Stone. Ass whooper.
Well, let me tell you something. I am familiar with Leslie's game, and his game is weak, son. This motherfucker is a serial killer in training. He's not up there with the Michaels. He's not up there with the Jasons and the Freddys and the Leatherfaces. He's a rung below that. I mean, we're talking, the Hatchet franchise here, not these classics, okay? So I'm going to go with Athena Stone as mean, cunning, conniving, and like you said, a boxing freak. So give me Athena Stone.
How did Victor Crowley not make it? Never mind. Hey, it's not my game.
You want my honest opinion? Hey, you want my honest opinion? No, I didn't forget. You want
Those
my honest
movies
opinion? That movie fucking sucked, man. I know that's mean. I'm sorry. Drew, any thoughts on Athena Stone and Leslie Vernon, even though Athena Stone is on?
Yeah, I'm not much, into the Leslie Vernon act like everybody else said. So give me Athena Stone.
Okay, everyone's favorite matchup. Little kids, if you're watching, I do apologize. This is my fault, completely my fault. The 6th seed, The Hand, versus the most recent movie on here, I believe, from Talk to Me, another A24 movie that Dustin has touched on over on all of our socials, versus the giant addict dick from Beau is Afraid.
Thank y'all for this, by the way. Thank
A
y'all for
movie-
this.
a movie that we also reviewed at don'tgoouthere.com, which you can listen to in our archives. Okay, a hand versus a dick. Let's go, Brian.
Mike, you need to find God, first of all. I just want to say that. All right, let's get serious here. Let's get serious here for a minute. The Hand is useless at all unless you allow the portal to be opened by allowing possession with words. I can't see the addict dick hardly even talking, much less enough to say the words "talk to me" and "I allow you in." I can't believe I'm even saying this, but the addict dick and his T-Rex arms move on. I don't even know how the Hand got such a high seed here. It's useless.
All right, guys. Usually the hand beats the dick,
That's my line. That's I had that.
but
That's good.
well, in this case, the dick beats the hand. Because, like Brian said, you got to hold the hand. You got to invite it in. You got to take it on a date. You got to hang out with it, light some candles. This big dick is just chilling up there. I'm not saying that. I'm picking the big dick.
Yo, give me the big dick.
Clip
I almost went crazy. That was almost
crazy.
real bad. That was almost
crazy.
outrageous.
That was crazy.
Outrageous.
So-
Go ahead, Dustin.
So yeah, Nico, I literally had usually the hand beats the dick, but if the hand's not moving, it's kind of pointless. You can put the dick in the hand all day, but if it's not doing anything, it's not doing anything. So and I don't know if y'all remember, but the dick fucked some people up in that attic for a minute. Like it was resilient, took some shots, and just came back strong. So yeah, give me the dick. Damn it, I said it.
I would like to thank our 2 viewers that are left from earlier. Now we have 2 left.
No, we don't. We have quite a few, which I appreciate everybody hanging in there to listen to our talk about hand and dick. I'm not gonna further elaborate because hey, this is a clean sweep because like Brian mentioned, the hand is pretty fucking useless in this matchup. So give me big giant addict dick. Pause.
I know.
What is wrong with
I know
us?
mine is not. I know it doesn't matter now, but I'm going to use one of Nico's favorite phrases. Like the lamp dick, you can't beat it. So guess what? That picture that y'all see, the gift that y'all sent me, and the thing, I had no idea about this, and just the pure shock. So that thing did not look limp, so the hand definitely beat it.
What is happening?
I like it. I like the philosophy at least. We gotta.
This is a disaster.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is not a disaster. Dick moves on. Let's move on as well. Here we go. 7
Did not
seed
get whacked.
That's right. Well, yeah, I guess not. Okay. Number 7 seed Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. Some people say a little too low. That's fine. I understand. Versus number 10 seed Chef Slowick from The Fucking Menu, one of my favorite horror movies in a long time. I've said that 6 times tonight. Go ahead, Brian.
Well, you like my pick because I think Chef wins here because, Buffalo Bill kind of sucks, man. He just preys on little girls. Maybe he had a change, he had a chance against Megan possibly, but Chef is probably beating his ass without any weapons and even then has an army of kitchen people that would die for him with one command. Buffalo Bill sucks. He loses this one, penis tucked and all.
Hey, really quick, it would have been a lot funnier now in my mind to put Buffalo Bill versus Giant Addict. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. I actually thought this was a pretty good matchup, Mike. Buffalo Bill versus Chef Slowick. You got two crazy people. But I chose Chef Slowick as well. Like Brian mentioned, he does have a loyal cult of cooks with him. But I just think Buffalo Bill can be taken advantage of a little more easily. So give me Chef Slowick.
Yeah, I don't see lotion getting put on skin here. Give me Chef Slowick as well.
Chef,
Yeah,
moving on.
that's kind of my thought. I just feel like Chef is a little bit smarter, a little bit more conniving, and I think it has really he really thinks about his kills. And Buffalo Bill, he just kind of does. No lotion on Chef's skin. Give me Chef.
Yeah, it's Chef with the details, man. He's all about the details. Give me Chef for the win.
That's fair. He sure is. All right, Chef is on to the next round. Buffalo Bill, you had no chance. Tuck it and run, baby. Oh, sorry, my bad. Anyway, the 2 versus the 15, last one in the first round. We're an hour and a half in, and we're finally through the first round. Here we go, fellas. The mother from Barbarian versus the 15, Jennifer from Jennifer's Body, which Megan Fox. It's Megan Fox, folks.
Megan Fox. Listen, I think this is a bloodbath against a top 2-seeded Mother that had no business being that high. Mother's fast, could take a lot of battle damage, but Jennifer is a fucking super-powered vampire demon hybrid with high intelligence, while Mother is a fucking moron, mongrel idiot. Jennifer takes care of business in under 10 seconds.
Couldn't disagree more vehemently.
For no reason. Logic.
Jennifer got taken. She got beat pretty easily by her good friend. I can't remember what her good friend's name was. Got a little stake to the heart. I think the Mother rips her in half, to be honest with you, with her elite speed, strength. I mean, I like Jennifer from Jennifer's Body. Good, good team, good resume. Yeah, but give me the Mother from Barbarian. Big Mama.
Not so fast, my friend. I agree with what Brian said. Mother getting a 2 seed here is like Kansas getting a 4 seed in the bracket in real life. No business being there. No business being there. Just not a good team. Not good film. Got taken off of the roof there at the end. Just no. Give me Jennifer.
All right. I thought this was fun because, by the way, Mother got a 2 seed because it was recent, and I'm thinking of 2020s, and that was like the next most prominent film in that era. To me, was Barbarian. So that's why Mother got a 2 there. So again, a little bit of a legacy seeding there. Kind of like when they put Syracuse in that one time as a 9 for no reason. One of those. That's why Mother got the 2 here. But I did the seeding and I still disagreed with it. So I went with Jennifer from Jennifer's Body. More evil, in my opinion. Like, Mother is evil, but Mother is also about as smart as the shaker cup, okay? Jennifer, not that smart, but smarter than Big Mama. I like Jennifer to win here in an upset 15-2.
And to be fair, Jennifer, she's from 2009. This is the wrong bracket anyways, guys.
Whoa, miscellaneous. That lets me get away with it. Let's go.
That's that blanket coverage. Coverage.
That's right. That's right. Drew, who you got, bud?
Yeah, Megan for sure. Megan.
Honestly, I just want to see Megan go on to the next round. You know why. If you know, you know. Anyway, all right, guys. The first round is done and over with. We're going to go back to 70s and 80s. Are you ready?
Are y'all ready for this?
Okay. Michael Myers, the overall number 1 seed. Uh-oh. He's in some trouble here. Versus the number 8 seed in Predator. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I'm going to go Predator here. I think he's got too much equipment in his satchel, in his repertoire, in his closet. And look, I mean, as indestructible as Michael is, Predator maybe no Corey Cunningham, but Predator will take him down, I think.
I've had the great privilege of meeting Nick Castle. We've gotten to interview Don Shanks, Brad Laree, Tyler Main, James Jude Courtney twice. I have a deep affection for the Michael Myers character, but I think Predator cooks his lunch today, boys. I'm sorry to say it, but give me the Predator.
I agree.
Yeah, Michael's not had to face someone with this kind of coaching, this kind of technology at their disposal. So give me Predator.
This is Ivan Drago versus Rocky and Rocky 4 right here with all this equipment.
Fellas, in my head, Michael Myers, as you know, is 1978's Michael Myers. And because of that, in this matchup here, I know that Michael Myers is short, slow, and clumsy as hell. And so with that being said, I can't believe I'm saying it. I can't believe I'm doing it, but it's the right call. I got to go with Predator over Michael Myers. Shame on me, but I had to do it.
Yeah, Predator's dunking on Michael Myers, putting his ball sack on his forehead.
Yeah, I was gonna say this feels like some of those Virginia teams from about 6-7 years ago. 2 seed, 3 seed, just gets trounced by a team who gets hot from behind the 3. That's what this feels like. All right, Predator on to the next round. Okay, here we go in a little 4-5 matchup. Chucky somehow versus Leatherface with a chainsaw for all you people out there. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, man, and I don't have any notes now because I'm going off the cuff, and unless you guys convince me otherwise, I think Leatherface and his chainsaw is taking this one. Now, yes, he will take his consciousness and put it in another Chucky doll, but we're talking about 1v1 right here, not where your consciousness goes. So Leatherface for me.
Give me Chucky. I think Leatherface is dumb.
It is dumb.
I think Chucky's going to play.
True.
I think Chucky's going to play like he's just a toy. I think he's going to put the dumb face on Leatherface. He's going to want to pick him up, hold him, maybe admire his face, and then Chucky's going to put a knife in his throat. Give me Chucky.
You may have convinced me otherwise. You may have convinced me.
I don't agree. I mean, Chucky definitely has the speed and agility on his side, but Leatherface has the size and the power and the fucking chainsaw. So one swipe of that chainsaw and Chucky's gone.
Chucky is a fucking doll. Take a chainsaw to his head and it's over. Give me Leatherface and a freaking blood.
Brad motherfucking Dorf. It's his
I don't
birthday.
Give a fuck. Don't give a fuck.
How dare you be so
Hey, you know I love me some.
disrespectful.
Hey,
All right.
who gave him the nickname Brad motherfucking Door? Who? Me. That's right. And I can't help it that he came up against Leatherface's chainsaw. Give me Leatherface in a bloodbath, literally.
Ditto. It's Leatherface all day.
Okay, thank you. Some common sense is taking over here for all you people. All right, here we go. This is a fun matchup, my opinion. I mean,
you people.
oh, come on.
Just kidding.
Anyway, all right. Freddy Krueger versus Pinhead. Very fun matchup. Looking forward to hearing that. Can't believe these two got matched up. I wonder who did this seeding in this bracket. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, man. And I am a much bigger fan, as I've said, of Freddy than I am Pinhead. But like I said, I mean, once he's in the current dimension, there's not a whole lot that Pinhead can accomplish. I don't see him going to sleep at any point in time. I mean, he's essentially immortal. Like I said, I'm going to go Pinhead.
Eric Redding, I'm not going to let you down, brother. Give me Freddy. I respect Doug Bradley. He's great as Pinhead. But Dustin forced me to watch all these dog shit movies. I hate all of them. Even the first one is mid at best. They say he has a lot of powers, but I don't remember them. Give me Freddy.
Nico, you got to watch the newest Hellraiser. It's actually really good.
It actually is really good.
Whenever you pick it, buddy.
It's on my list.
Whenever you pick
It's
it,
on my
sure
list
will.
to pick.
All right, we'll be picking it soon. But second of all, I mean, you can't gloss over what Brian says. The most important part of this argument: Pinhead doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
It's Pinhead.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm going with Freddy Krueger because Pinhead is a literal man with pins sticking out of his head like he's a fucking pin cushion. And Freddy Krueger has knives for hands and fingers, man. Give me Freddy Krueger slicing that motherfucker up.
Ooh, he's got a glove that he made out of some fucking Ginsu knives.
His head,
he doesn't even
his head
pain.
doesn't look like a pin cushion. The fuck?
Okay, so we're going off looks. Freddy's face is all burned to shit.
Well, you know, it works in his favor.
It's the beauty pageant now. That's what this turned into.
Yeah.
It's an aesthetic. You know?
Exactly. That would.
I know where this is going. So, Eric, I'm sorry. I know where this is going. Go ahead, Drew.
Just so y'all know, I am a Pinhead fan.
We know.
Super fan, like my boy Dustin over here. Brian's got good taste. We going Pinhead for the victory.
Yeah.
Man,
hey, so Tyler Kane said.
Tyler
Kane said technically Pinhead is a human now, according to the end of Hellraiser Judgment. Sean said that's fair, but do we want to count Judgment? Hell no, we don't.
Hell no,
and
we
don't. Also, the series was rebooted in 2020, so we're gonna, Pinhead's Pinhead.
I'm interested to see this final matchup.
That loser's
out
gonna
of here.
win.
Here
the
we
whole
go.
thing.
I can't believe all the
Son of a
icons
bitch.
are falling off this fast. Here we go. Jason Voorhees versus Jack Torrance from The Shining. Fun matchup. Really interested to see. Brian's favorite movie is The Shining, so I have a feeling where he's going. Go ahead, Brian.
I mean, I would, as much as I don't really care for The Shining a whole lot. Look, there are some shit ass Friday the 13th movies, so I'm not gonna compare movies. But if we're talking about battle here, again, I'm going Zombie Jason. I think he's going to tear Jack Torrance apart. I mean, he's basically a human. So, Jason.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Jason Lives Jason because that's my favorite one versus Jack. I think old Jack is gonna give him some problems though. Like he's crazy. He be swinging that axe ferociously. I think he might get a couple stabs on
It ain't
him.
gonna matter.
But in the end, Jason's gonna win. Give me Jason.
So here's the thing: if it's Jason and it's never hiking the snow, then the snow is gonna be a deterrent for Jack. But if it warms up and that snow melts, turns into water, then Jason's fucked. But no, give me Jason. Not close.
I mean, he is scared of water, and somehow he's on to the next round. But anyway, I'm just going to say I think you guys are underestimating Jack Torrance just a smidge, except for Nico, who didn't. Fair fight, I think. I think Jack, he puts up a good little battle here. He's a crazy son of a bitch. He's swinging that axe. I think he gets some good, clean shots in on Jason. But at the end, Jason, buzzer beater, though. I'm going buzzer beater from Jason Voorhees at the very end to knock out Jack Torrance. Give me Jason. Tower Kane, Jason is scared of water. He is scared of water. It is on film. It is documented. It is documented on film. It is canon now. Thank you.
It's in the scouting report.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Go ahead, Drew.
Here's Jason. He's taking it.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. We are done over there. We're going to move on over here to 90s and 2000s. Okay, here we go. The Odette family, one of the first big upsets of the tournament here versus the Masked Intruders from The Strangers. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Crawlers were going to take the Intruders, and for those same reasons, I think the Odette family is going to take the Intruders. So we'll see if I'm right on this one, but I think just sheer numbers and brutality, you guys had the Intruders fighting in the dark versus the light. I don't really think it matters in this matchup.
All right, this is a good matchup in my opinion, Mike. I like this seating. The Odette family is stronger. They have some skills, survival instincts. I think the Masked Intruders are smarter though. They have the ability to use guns, knives. I think it's a tough battle. I think it comes down to 3-finger versus sackhead, baghead, whatever you call it. Give me the Masked Intruders.
Yeah, this is a good matchup. It's two deep squads making good runs late in the season here, but I think it's going to come down to who's got the smarter game plan, and intelligence is never on the side of inbreeds. So give me the Masked Intruders.
Okay.
Man, I know the Odette family has an All-American running the point in 3-finger. I know. And he's great. But one player does not make a team. I got to go with the smart group here. I got to go with the Masked Intruders from The Strangers. I think they outsmart them. And like Nico mentioned, we know they can use all kinds of weapons. I think they take down the Odette family.
Man.
Hey.
Drew?
No one can steer me right, but Mama
Oh,
tried.
I mean, I had Ghostface going to the finals, which surprised me when I started doing this. It was like, So yeah. So I mean, I had Masked Intruders.
Okay, Masked Intruders. On to the next round. Odette family out of here. Admirable effort from the 16 seed, though. Great performance at the tournament here. No
I
doubt.
have picked against them twice, and the Masked Intruders keep winning. God damn.
All right.
Just that bump.
To me, the next one is a battle of egos. I'm excited to see it. Patrick Bateman at the 5 seed versus Nancy Downs at the 13 seed, advancing on from the craft. Go ahead, Brian.
I can't go physical strength. Bateman's got this easily if that's the case. I've got to go with Nancy's supernatural witch abilities. I got to go with the supernatural over the human right here. I'm going with Nancy.
I'm being biased here. Give me Bateman. I mean, she has witch powers, but he's got a chainsaw. He's got nail guns. He's got all kind of good things. Give me Bateman, just because I love that
nail gun-
performance, and I hate
The
the
nail
craft.
gun might take her down. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. Here's the thing about Patrick Bateman. If there's one thing we know that he's got an appetite for, it's women. So I think that Nancy can use that to her advantage, lure him
Good
in,
point. Very good.
lure him in, sucker him in down low, pause, and I think that Nancy takes it.
Ha!
Okay.
She
Okay.
does.
Wait, what'd you say, Drew?
He said Nancy takes it. I said she does.
Heyo. Not so fast, my friend, Justin Franklin. I'm siding with brother Nico here. I feel like Patrick Bateman is too strong. He's smarter and more cunning. And I know there's some witchcraft involved, but I don't believe in that witchcraft voodoo shit. So I'm not falling for it. And neither would Patrick Bateman. Give me Patrick Bateman. Let's go.
Well, it's not.
And that is
So you're saying she's faking?
I'm saying she's faking. She's a big faker. A big fat phony. All right, tiebreaker, Drew. Who you got?
Hey, we're forgetting one thing about Patrick Bateman here. You know what it is? It's the smolder, the looks. Patrick Bateman is just gonna like give her the look, and it's done. He gets it.
Man,
God damn it! Wow.
I can't believe we said this on a podcast with 5 guys. No female presence on this show whatsoever.
Wow.
But two of you stood up for Nancy Downs, so I got to give y'all credit, okay? All right, Patrick Bateman is on to the next round. Okay, fun matchup, maybe? Question mark. Hannibal Lecter at the 3 seed versus the Firefly family at the 11 seed. Go ahead, Brian.
I mean, I picked John Doe to upset the Firefly family because of his smarts. You guys picked differently, so he's out. Lecter's got the smarts over the Firefly family, but I guess I'm going to go with if this is what we're doing here. I think they've got the numbers, and so I think at least 3's going to take down 1. Somehow the Firefly family's still in this goddamn thing.
Damn right.
This is a wild matchup for me because I despise the Firefly family trilogy movies, just personally, with all due respect. They somehow beat John Doe from the incredible movie 7. Now they're in a matchup with Hannibal Lecter, another iconic 90s
10 out of 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
But the thing is, Lecter has got in these movies. In Hannibal, he gets got. He should have gotten killed in that movie. But old Scarface guy, he fumbled the bag. Gary Oldman. I got to go with the Firefly family. They're not going to fall for his head games. They're just going to kill him.
Let's go.
They're not going to play with their lunch.
Let's go.
Otis don't fuck around like that. So give me the Firefly family as much as it pains
Otis
me.
is going to show Hannibal that he's the devil and he's here to do the devil's work. Firefly family.
I'm not going to lie. I think Otis would kill Hannibal Lecter 1-on-1. So I got to go with the Firefly family here. Too mean, too nasty, too aggressive, and with fucking Baby in there, too goddamn annoying for Hannibal Lecter to deal with that shit. So give me the Firefly family. Tutti fucking fruity. That's right, Tyler.
Fucking fruity. Oh yeah, just let's go ahead and go to the next matchup. Ain't even no sense talking about it. Let's go.
Okay. All right, Firefly family. On to the next round. All right, here we go, guys. Last one of this region. The Leprechaun somehow. Versus Jigsaw.
This is insane matchup right here.
This is crazy.
And the winner will go on to fight the fucking Firefly family, and I don't even see how this is gonna even
logic, man.
I'm gonna pick Jigsaw because I hope that he can lay some traps for the next round. I mean, I don't, I'm just gonna go with Jigsaw and not even care about this matchup. I'm thinking ahead.
Fundamentally, Leprechaun should win with all of his magic, but if iron is one of Leprechaun's weaknesses, Jigsaw owns a steel mill. Like he's got all the traps. He's got all. He's way ahead of the game with Leprechaun.
Mm-hmm.
I can't deny that Jigsaw don't have a 4-leaf clover stashed away somewhere. Give me Jigsaw.
Hey, somebody that likes these Leprechaun movies, like I thought it was gold. I didn't think it. Sean Irwin, is this gold or iron that we're talking about?
No, it's iron. So it
is iron.
The only weaknesses are the 4-leaf clover, wrought iron, and the destruction of his gold. So
all right, okay.
So here's the trap I'm gonna lay out for you. Jigsaw's going to put a pot of gold in the middle of a room, and he's going to start like destroying it. He's going to start heating it up and melting and everything. Leprechaun's going to run in all gung ho and immediately get caught in a bear trap and ripped apart. Over.
All right, I like it. Yeah, man, I'm going to go Jigsaw because I think he lays out, like the Dustin mentioned, some kind of trap, got to catch. I don't know. I don't want to be insensitive, but I'm very dismissive of Leprechaun because of his size here. I know Jigsaw is old, but I can't help it. I know that Leprechaun is evil, but too many weaknesses, in my opinion. Iron is very easy. We've seen the bear trap. We've seen the Venus fly or the reverse Venus flytrap. We've seen what Jigsaw can lay out. I think Leprechaun dies at the hands of Billy the Puppet running his ass over on a fucking bicycle. Let's go.
Jigsaw, let's go.
All right, Jigsaw. And we are on to the 2010s. Here we go. Sorry. Wait. Okay, I missed this one. I apologize. Annabelle 1, correct? I wrote it down correctly?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's just crazy. Okay, anyway, Annabelle will take on the Harga cult from Midsommar. Go ahead.
What the fuck? I mean, you guys kind of laid out the reason for the Harga cult winning. I mean, Annabelle is again a possessed demon. I just don't think it matters how many fucking Hargas there are. I'm going with Annabelle. Demonic powers, demons.
Yeah, Brian, I'm with you. I'm gonna go with Annabelle in this round, mostly because I had Art moving on, and he was going to use his machine gun clown cafe vibes and take out the whole heart.
I would have liked that.
But my bracket got destroyed, so give me Annabelle with the I'm lost right now. It's 10 o'clock. I'm already tired. Just give me Annabelle.
Yeah, Annabelle. Annabelle. Annabelle steroids.
Yeah.
Give me Annabelle.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the same rule of thumb I did in the last round. It doesn't matter now because I've been overruled, but I would have went with the Harga cult over Annabelle because, again, Annabelle's a doll. Anyway, go ahead, Drew.
Hello. Just y'all remember that picture I put in the group chat last night, Dustin? 16 seed making it all the way to the end. It's going. It's happening, Annabelle.
Okay, all right. Annabelle moves on. Okay. Valak, the demon from the Conjuring world, versus B from the Babysitter films. Go ahead, Brian.
Again, the demon. The demon's fucking. I mean, you ain't beating this. B is not a Christian that's going to take him down. Like I don't see any weaknesses here. Valak wins.
Hey, really quick, you mentioned this one being too overpowering. This was the horror of the era, man. I can't help that.
Oh, I didn't. Hey, I wasn't. Yeah. I was just pointing it out. I understand it, and I'm glad that they're all in the same bracket, so they can fight each other too and take them out. So, Tyler Kane had an interesting comment. He said, "I've never seen Annabelle, but isn't Valak the demon possessing Annabelle and the nun?"
Well, Annabelle's a doll.
Answer. What do you think?
Honestly, I don't know.
Is that true, Nico?
I don't think so.
I don't think so because in Annabelle, the doll got possessed from that cult when it bled into the doll's eyes and all that.
Right. Yeah.
I think they're different.
Yeah.
Yes. The Annabelle demon is Malthus. That I just said that on the air. So.
Oh God.
Oh.
Go ahead, Nico.
Anywho, I'm going with Valak in this one. I think it's too powerful.
Yeah, Valak. I mean, it's a demon.
Yeah, Valak.
Yeah, this feels like an ass whooping, unfortunately, for B. We love you, B, but I got to go with Valak as well. Okay, give me 1 second here.
Valak versus Annabelle in the next round. That'll be interesting.
It will be, okay. The fucking Babadook. Okay.
The Babadook.
So, wait, did I write this down wrong?
Crumb,
right? Okay, yeah. God damn, I can't
that's
read
right.
my own handwriting. It sucks. Okay. Versus Kevin Crumb or Hedwig from Split. Go ahead, Brian.
Okay, so usually I would go demon 100% here, but we saw Crumb in the first round take out Satan himself. I'm gonna go Crumb on this one because why am I betting against Crumb? He fucking just took out the most strong demon there is.
That wasn't Crumb. That was Patricia.
Yeah, that was Patricia. Sorry. Go.
I'm going with Crumb as well, just because mostly I agree with what Mike said in the previous round with the Babadook. I don't consider it really a demon. It's more of just grief and the heartbreak all personified to that family. Give me Crumb.
Yeah, I mean, who am I to argue? You guys had him beating Satan himself, so give me Crumb.
Exactly.
I'm going Crumb.
I voted for Black
Hey,
Phillip.
I'm going Crumb because the Babadookie is imaginary, man. It's all in their heads. It's emotional fear and trauma response. And while that's a really, I mean, while that, all right, Tim McGraw, thank you. I'm going with Kevin Crumb.
Yeah, we're going. Let's go to the next bracket. Let's go.
Okay, all right.
We got one more.
Oh yeah, no, we do. Okay. Pennywise at the 7 seed, modern Pennywise versus the demon Payman from Hereditary. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I think this is a blowout. I don't, Pennywise isn't making Payman scared to nothing. So Pennywise has no powers here. Payman, demon. Moving on.
Yep, hard to argue. Give me Payman. I like Pennywise. I like Bill Skarsgård, but give me Payman in this one.
Payman for sure.
Yeah, I just figured that out. Fuck, I gotta go Payman. I don't really want to because I really wanted Pennywise to move on, but
this top 4 is like Mike's. Like, what the fuck? Like, he doesn't believe in none of this, and they're all winning.
Unbelievable.
Payman, put the ball sack on Pennywise. Bill Skarsgård's big ass forehead.
God damn, that was offensive. All right, we're moving on to the last region here. Pearl versus Dracula. Go ahead, Brian. You're muted, pal.
Muted.
Man, fuck, sorry. Dracula, vampire. Pearl stands no chance, I think, here.
Disagree. Give me Pearl. Pearl's one of the brightest movies I've ever seen. I know she's got garlic on that farm somewhere. Give me Pearl over Dracula's sleepy ass.
What's the logic here? It's a human versus fucking vampire.
Garlic is as large. We're not cooking a meal here, pal.
Pearl is coming with that axe and chopping his fucking head
Pearl
off.
is whooping Dracula's ass up and down the farm.
Such an issue with vampires, I feel like. I feel like this is an underlying issue.
Hey, if we were doing the guy from 30 Days and Nights, I'd have picked him. But Dracula, he's a snoozer. Give me Pearl.
The ultimate vampire.
Yeah, fuck him. I'm going.
He sucks. Give me Pearl.
I'm going Pearl.
The ultimate pasty.
Dracula. Drew's the tiebreaker.
Dracula, bro. Sorry.
God
Thank you. Lock it in.
Some fucking
logic.
All right, I'll lock it in. We haven't done it in a while. Here we go. Everybody. Okay.
No, you better lock it up. No, you lock it up.
Logic prevails. Attaboy, Drew.
All right. Kind of a weird matchup here. I'd like to move on from it a little.
All you gotta do is put a stake through his heart. She put a fucking pitchfork through the guy. This is some bullshit.
Oh my god, I'm gonna bite you.
I just snorted.
Oh my god. All Dracula does is leave little holes in people's necks. It's not like they die every time. Anyway,
that's
fucking stupid.
That's not having any.
It's fucking stupid. All right, here's a kind of a weird matchup. I'd like to answer quickly because it's a little creepy. Megan versus the Grabber. Go ahead, Brian.
I think this plays right into the Grabber's wheelhouse. I mean, I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm going to go with the Grabber here.
Give me Megan. He likes little boys, and a little boy kicked his ass. Megan's going to take the Grabber to the woodshed. Give me Megan.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Megan would be too much for the Grabber to handle, so I think Megan.
Yeah, man. Megan shooting lasers out of her eyes and kicking people's asses. Give me Megan, man.
Mm-hmm. Megan.
All right, let's go. Here we go. I'm so sorry, everybody. Athena Stone versus Giant Attic Kid. Go ahead, Brian.
Speedbag.
Wow. All right, so yeah, I actually picked the dick in the last round. That is not the case in this one. Athena has the resources, the guns. That's all it takes to take down this gun or take down this dick. We saw that in the movie. Definitely, I'm gonna go with Athena in a crazy matchup.
I'm picking Athena to pull Alina the plug and conquer the big dick. Give me Athena.
My God.
No.
This show is rated TVMA, by the way. I do apologize.
He didn't.
We're not monetized on
we're
YouTube.
not
Just
monetized. No, that's not true. Yes, we are.
Well, most women most women's statistics say they have a weakness for big dicks. So I'm taking the addict dick. Pause.
Oh my God.
Honestly, I just don't want Addict Dick to move on to the next round, so give me Athena Stone.
Thank you.
Fair.
Drew, any
Mine-
thoughts, buddy?
No, I'm glad to see the big dick go down.
Pause.
Pause. All right, last matchup on this, an interesting one, a fun one in my opinion. Chef Slowick
Oh God.
versus Jennifer from Jennifer's Body. Here we go, Brian. Who you got?
Got to go Jennifer here again. Chef is just a normal dude. You know, Jennifer is a demon vampire hybrid. She has powers. Chef is just a normal guy who loves to fucking cook hamburgers. Sorry, Jennifer wins this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jennifer as well. I think Chef, his greatest power is manipulation over the people. I don't think he's gonna manipulate Jennifer. Give me Jennifer.
Yeah, I
Where's the
think
garlic?
that's-
Where's the garlic at in this one, Nico?
I don't think she's a. I don't think she's a weak to it.
It's a chef.
I don't.
So you talked about his powers manipulation. Well, he's a red-blooded American. Look at her. She's going to be able to manipulate him. Jennifer.
Yeah, I'm in agreement here. I'm going to go with Jennifer as well. I like Jennifer to take the dub here, man.
Yeah, Jennifer knees down.
Good Lord.
Oh, jeez. We're going to move on that note.
My bracket is a
It is a
disaster.
disaster. We're going back to the 70s, 80s. 2 matchups left here in this region. All right. Predator versus Leatherface. Go ahead, Brian.
Predator blows him out of the water. It's not even close. I think Predator kills this one.
Yep, I'm not gonna take too long. Predator is gonna mop the floor with this
Yeah,
guy.
Predator.
Yeah, I got to go a bloodbath from Predator as well. Sorry, Leatherface. I love you, buddy. I know that you're special deep down, and I know you're a mama's boy, but you get whipped by Predator here.
Yeah, Predator's kicking his ass.
Okay, and fun matchup here. Pinhead versus Jason Voorhees. Go ahead, Brian.
So I think Pinhead uses his abilities to beat Jason. I think he shapeshifts into Jason's mother or something, and I think distracts him. I think Pinhead defeats Jason in this one.
Give me Jason. Fuck
Why
Pinhead.
though? Just fuck Pinhead, or is there a reason?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my only reason at this point.
He's going by which franchise he likes better, but you said it. Pinhead's
I've been going against that all night.
not in this matchup. Anytime it's a movie that you truly hate.
Not against.
But
Oh, Mr. Art the Clown Hater over here.
you're damn right. Hey, what's that?
Oh, that's
What's the
right.
old saying? Dustin rules apply to y'all.
Your
not me.
rules only apply to you.
So,
that's right. That's right.
I forget
Yeah.
that.
You said it, Brian. Pinhead's going to be able to emulate Jason's mother. I mean, we saw he almost got taken out in the second movie when she didn't even change her appearance. She just said, "Hey, it's your mama." Oh, I believe you. So that dumbass is going down here, and I love Jason. No offense, but Pinhead.
Nah, man, fuck that.
Pinhead's
Same thing
gonna
as
win this
last
whole
time.
fucking thing.
Jason's taking his head clean off. I don't care about any of his magical powers. Fuck that shit. Give me Jason, and it's not going to matter because we have Mr. Pinhead
Guess
himself
what?
down here.
Guess what?
God damn it.
Let me see Jason Voorhees in the next round. That's where I got him going.
Oh! Smack him
Why?
down
Defeat
a
my
little
Let's
bit.
favorite-
fucking go.
defeat my
Why?
favorite Pinhead.
Why? Well, how does he beat him? What's the logic here?
Let's
What's
go.
the
Let's
logic
go.
here?
Hey,
Nobody's using logic anymore.
it doesn't matter the why. It matters that he won.
What are we doing?
Okay.
What are we doing here? This makes
I'm
no
gonna
sense.
Hey, I'm going to go ahead and do this matchup out of this region so we get the winner out of this region. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Jason Voorhees versus Predator. Go ahead, Brian.
Look, I mean, Pinhead is actually gonna give Predator a fucking like battle. But this is no battle. This is the same thing as Predator fighting fucking Leatherface. Jason's gonna get Jason got destroyed and Jason goes to hell by a bunch of army men. Fucking Predator's the same as, the platoon of army men. Man, this is not even close. Predator's gonna win this one easy. Pinhead would have given him a battle. You guys messed that one up.
Oh, thank God Pinhead got upset. I appreciate that so much. But I am going to pick Predator. I think Jason gets some good machete swipes on him, but the Predator takes him with whatever those laser beams are. Give me the Predator.
Here's my thing, though. Am I misremembering? Is Predator's vision not based off thermal? Is it not thermal vision? Jason's dead.
It is heat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is.
He's
But
dead.
it depends
He's
on
old.
which Jason, but yeah, you're right.
It
depends on
does.
which-
So the Jason I'm going with is dead. So he's not warm blooded. He's not going to be able to see him. Give me Jason.
But
I mean, but he can still
Jason
see
can't
without his
see
mask.
Predator either, though. You know, the Predator can be hidden too.
Yeah, he can blend in too. That's true.
All
me
I'm
Jason.
going to say is zombie Jason this whole time can't die, right? So I'm going Jason fucking Voorhees. Give me Mr. Voorhees.
You can blow him into
You
8
sit there
pieces.
and watched a movie with him getting blown into 50 bazillion pieces, and I mean, that's
You know what? I'm just going to
not
say,
even logic.
Dustin, you made a great point. Give me Jason Voorhees.
Thank you.
All right, come down to the
Tiebreaker.
tiebreaker.
What is
Predators-
going
Predator-
on here?
Predator is going to fuck him up. Predator wins.
Thank you. Logic
All right.
prevailed.
Predator comes out of 70s.
I'm just
And
glad
it-
Pinhead didn't win. I would have been disgusted.
You're-
Lock it up. You better lock it up. No, you lock it up.
All right.
Pinhead would have maybe taken Predator out. I mean,
Look, I went back and forth on that because I had Pinhead versus Jason Voorhees in mind, and I got Jason going across.
All right. Okay. Predator will come out of 70s and 80s. We're going to move on to 90s, 2000s. The Mass Intruders from the Strangers franchise versus Patrick Bateman. Who you got, Brian?
This is crazy. I guess I'm going to go Mass Intruders, just 3-on-1. I mean, I don't think Bateman can take those odds. I mean, he likes them 3-on-1, but I don't think he likes
Hey,
them.
Lena the Plug could take
Yeah.
that.
Hey,
I agree 100%, Brian. I think Bateman puts up a good fight by himself, but the numbers take it over.
yeah, same. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's a numbers matchup here. I'm going to go Masked Intruders.
Matt Sears,
it on.
T-1000. Terminator 2 is not a horror movie. Terminator 1 is. but
Terminator 1
2
is. Terminator
2 is not.
Yes.
Kick it to the next one.
All right. We've got the Masked Intruders. Moving on, the Firefly family versus Jigsaw. Brian, go ahead.
I mean,
This is crazy.
again, I
Crazy.
picked. Look, listen, I picked Jigsaw for this reason. I think that he can set the traps. I think even at the end of this, Jigsaw, you may find out one of the Firefly family is one of his apprentices. That motherfucker is so good at that.
Fair.
I'm
They're
thinking
planning.
Jigsaw takes him out. I'm picking Jigsaw.
All right, the way I've been doing it is Coliseum kind of fights. Unless it's Pinhead, I just don't pick Pinhead. I got to go with the Firefly family. I think they got too much evil and too many numbers on him.
Here's the thing: numbers have never been a problem for John Kramer. We've seen him get 6, 7 people at a time. So I don't think numbers are an issue. Give me Jigsaw.
He's got help though. He doesn't have
And
help.
by the
Yes,
way,
it is. It's Jigsaw and all
listen.
Jigsaw's resources.
I've been giving Firefly family credit for being smarter than they look. That stops here. John Kramer is significantly smarter than those three
Nice.
motherfuckers.
Okay.
And I think he sets enough traps. And John fucking Kramer, Jigsaw, will be my vote as well.
Jigsaw, devils in the details.
There you go. There you go. All right. Out of
I ain't mad about
out
it.
of this region,
I just don't see it, but I
the
ain't
Masked
mad.
Intruders from Strangers versus Jigsaw. Go ahead.
Push that motherfucker to the final four because I think Jigsaw is taking out the Masked Intruders with the same way he took out Firefly.
I mean, I see it as a 3-on-1 fight against an old guy. I mean, I would pick the Masked Intruders to win personally.
Wow. Matt Sears, I agree. That is a kind of that's a good crossover movie idea. A Firefly family movie with saw traps. That would be awesome. Give me Jigsaw.
Hey, Tyler K made a great point, but fuck it, I'm doing it live. All right. I mean, past the first round, I don't have a bunch of notes here, pal. He says, I'm glad John Kramer is smarter than the Firefly family, but Hannibal Lecter is not.
Hey,
Well,
Tyler,
the difference
I
is
had Hannibal Lecter going to the end right here.
well, the difference is Hannibal Lecter didn't set traps with his mind. Like he didn't use
Exactly.
that for traps. So like it doesn't help him in this situation, in my opinion.
I'm going John Kramer for the reasons I've already said. Setting them traps, whipping them backs. Let's go. John Kramer.
There's no Hoffman. Okay, but I'm
All
here for. I
right,
fuck with Jigsaw.
Moving on. Here we go, guys. Sorry, my phone went to black there. Give me a second.
We're getting close here, fellas.
We're almost done,
close.
guys. We're almost done. Okay. Annabelle. Excuse me. Sorry. Annabelle versus Valak.
Little
Go ahead,
conjuring matchup here.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go Valak. I think that it's demon versus demon, so I'm gonna go Valak.
If I trust what Vera Farmiga said in Conjuring 2, Valak is the strongest of all the demons in their universe. Give me Valak.
Yeah, and Valak fucked up Thaisa, her sister, plenty. So give me Valak.
True.
I'm going to go Valak because I think it's a cooler looking demon. The nun is a really cool visual to me, and Annabelle, again, just a fucking doll, so I'm going with Valak.
My dream dies. My dream
Dream
dies.
d-
My 16
dies.
did not make it. But I
Pretty
will
good
say,
showing.
I will say this is like, I was expecting her to take on, who is it here? Babadook in the final round. So she did good. I'm okay with it.
I said good run by the 16 seed, no doubt, no doubt. All right, Kevin Crumb of Split versus Heyman from Hereditary. Go ahead, Brian.
Look,
Brian's logic.
There's no reason Kevin Crumb should even be in this matchup. But if you look at the past here, we've seen Kevin Crumb beat Satan himself. We've seen
Mhm.
Kevin Crumb beat another demon, in my opinion. I mean, I know it's not everybody's, another demon in Babadook. I mean, what's Payman to him? Like just another demon. He's got the same formula knocked down from the first 2 rounds. I think Crumb.
So what you're saying is he's beating
He's
off,
ready for it.
he's
ready
beating
for
off
it.
demons left and right.
That's not what I said.
With both hands.
No, that's not what I said.
So this is what you said.
I pick Payman.
Yeah, I'm going payment.
Payment.
Oh, I'm going Kevin Crumb. You guys suck, man.
Yeah, I tried. I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
All right, fun.
Now this is gonna.
I can't believe these sentences about to come out of my mouth, but fun demon matchup here between Valak and Payman. Go ahead, Brian.
Let me see here. Payman, Valak. Sorry, I'm doing some lot. This is an important matchup.
Valak is
Very
5.
important, man.
Payment is 2.
Yep.
Yeah, but why though? But why? There's no
That's
real
my-
reason here. I'm gonna go Valak. I mean, I've seen more of his work than I have Payman, and I think his body of work pushes him on to the next round. He's got more experience.
I agree 100%, Brian. I don't know the strength of their satanic abilities, but Valak, strong showing. Conjuring 2. She's got 2 spinoffs.
Yep.
Give me Valak in this one.
So for me, it came down to one thing: trying to keep the telephone pole alive. So I'm going payment.
Jesus, listen.
Fair, but not enough. I don't have enough tape. I agree. I don't have enough game film on Payman. Like, not enough tape is out there. Kind of new to the scene, so I got to go with Valak. A lot more tape. Like you mentioned, 3 movies now, a 4th one on the way. I got to go Valak in a strong showing here. Valak on to the final 4 here, gentlemen. Okay, last region here. Sorry, my bad. Let's see.
This is
Sorry. Dracula, correct?
Correct. Versus.
I want to make sure I'm writing my stuff down right. Versus Megan.
So this is interesting.
And a really weird matchup. Go ahead, Brian.
Vampire versus machine.
Mhm.
This machine has all of the knowledge, all of the historic knowledge required to defeat a vampire. I'm gonna go Megan here.
Give me Megan. You're going to stab him through the heart. Give me Megan.
Yeah, give me Megan as well.
Nice.
I got to go with Megan. Too much of a machine. I'm not buying Dracula. He'll be out quick.
Big time sweet. Let's
You
go.
shouldn't have made it this far.
All right. Okay. I can't believe this is the other final matchup.
Crazy.
But okay. Athena Stone versus Jennifer from Jennifer's Body. Go ahead, Brian.
I like Athena's accessibility to all her money and weapons. She's a skill hunter, but she has normal human women weaknesses. And Jennifer has shown her ability to seduce women as well as men. I think Jennifer uses that to get past Athena.
Yep, I agree 100%. Give me Jennifer.
Yeah, supernatural edge, Jennifer.
Oh, it doesn't matter my vote, but I would have went with Athena Stone. Are you kidding? It would have beat
Same.
Jennifer's ass. But
Same.
that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna put Jennifer on to the next round, and here we go. Megan versus Jennifer from Jennifer's Body. Last spot in the final four on the line. Brian, who you got?
God, I don't know, because using my same exact reason for pushing Megan to the against Dracula, she's got the same edge over Jennifer. But I feel like we saw Jennifer use water a lot in Jennifer's Body. I think she uses water to disable Megan's electronic abilities, and I think Jennifer moves on.
I got to be honest with you guys. I had Megan winning this whole bracket.
Oh.
You can look right here.
Mhm.
I had her winning the whole thing.
Mhm.
I think, fun fact, Jennifer Cook played Megan Garris and Jason Lives, one of my favorites. My old saying is, why put two bad bitches against each other? But it has to happen sometimes, and I'm going with M3GAN Megan.
Yeah, Megan was a very disappointing movie to me. I didn't love it as much as I hoped to, but I think Megan's got the advantage here.
It was the
Yeah.
dance scene, wasn't it?
I was gonna say I think Jennifer's little Cinderella run ends right here. Great showing from Jennifer in this tournament, but I got to go with Megan. Again, a machine, and I know the water thing, but I feel like we've seen Megan kind of fizzle out and come back already once. So I feel like that's going to happen again. I got to go with Megan on to the final four.
Yep,
Oh
Yeah,
my God, what a
Jennifer
final-
Davis.
Right,
Yep,
right.
my first ever girlfriend was named Jennifer, so I get it.
Love that Jennifer made it this far, so I have to vote my namesake. Fair enough, and she had a great showing all the way to the
Had a good
Elite
run.
Eight. Great job. Good run there. All right, fellas.
I don't even
We're
know
on
who-
we're on to the final four. Are you ready? Let's do it,
Okay.
and let's let the people go to bed. Here we go. All
All
right.
right.
Brother Brian, Predator versus Jigsaw.
Yeah. I mean, that one's not easy because
No.
we saw them set up a lot of traps, and Predator took a fucking beating in that first movie by people setting traps.
Yep.
I'm gonna say not physical ability whatsoever, but I think Jigsaw outsmarts him. Unbelievably. Somehow.
I love Tobin Bell. I love Jigsaw. And I feel like if he knew that this battle was coming in advance and not, just head on, I would pick him. But just straight up competition out the gate, I got to go with Predator whooping his ass, to be honest.
But
Yeah.
we've seen Predator succumb to traps.
But that's Arnold Schwarzenegger, man.
Like the dumbest motherfucker
That's
out
nuts.
there.
That's a
And
good point, Matt
Hey,
Sears.
whoa,
That's
he
a
was
good
the
point,
governor.
Matt Sears.
Yeah, I think that
oh, I
We've seen-
didn't remember that. Okay. Sorry, Matt Sears.
we've seen Predator, get through traps and just the endurance factor. I think the Predator is going to wear down John Kramer's old ass. Give me Predator.
All right,
Yeah.
I changed my vote to Predator. I'm changing my vote.
Unfortunately, too big, too fast, too strong wins in this situation. Got to go Predator on to the national championship game, man. What a run for Predator here out of the 70s, 80s bracket.
I did
Drew, what
not
do you-
I did not know that I did not remember that in Alien versus Predator. So thank you for changing my mind there, Matt Sears.
Drew, we getting a clean sweep, buddy?
Clean sweep all the way. Predator.
Clean sweep, Predator to the national title game. All right, in our other Final Four game, which this is absolutely insane and makes zero fucking sense.
Zero. Zero.
Valak versus Megan. Go ahead, Brian.
Gonna go Valak. We've seen
A
Demon
demon versus a
possession.
machine?
demon possession of any sort of thing. He takes over dolls, they take over inanimate objects all the time. Valak as a demon is taking over Megan.
I just got to say that I'm absolutely thrilled that 3 of the final 4 were from the great mind of
God
James
damn it.
Wan.
Yes, sir.
the GOAT.
Yes, sir.
the
Tenfold.
Lord.
Oh, my bad.
I love the Conjuring too. Okay. But Brian made a good point earlier about Megan. She knows everything. She can research everything she knows. She'll know that Valak's weakness is Valak's name.
Mm-hmm.
And Megan is going to take out Valak and go to
What
the championship
a
round.
fucking maneuver. What a maneuver.
Yeah, no,
You are Valak. You are weak to your name.
that was my logic as well. I think Megan's got the ability to scour the internet and find those weaknesses and exploit them. So it pains me to say Megan's in the championship.
The championship's going to be a blowout, guys. It's going to be a
Nico,
blowout.
you changed my mind on the spot, buddy. I had Valak, and now I've got Megan in the
It's going to be a championship's going to be a bloodbath. It's over with.
Drew, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah. Give me Megan.
Okay. Guys, our national championship game somehow, some way, because of my terrible seeding, is Predator as an 8 seed, or excuse me, a 9 seed. No, 8 seed. I was right. Versus Megan as a 5. What a national championship game. The ratings at an all-time low. Go ahead, Brad.
This is the Chiefs versus Florida State. That's what this is. So look, hey Jennifer, to answer your question, I agree. Megan has no soul, so a demon cannot kill a robot like that. But we see demons possess inanimate objects all the time,
Like Annabelle.
Exactly. So that was my reasoning. Anyway, it doesn't matter because the national championship is Predator and a little robot, and he blows that shit out of the water easily. I think this is not even close. There's no internet to research on the Predator. It's an alien species. We don't know. She won't. It's no chance. It's over with. Predator dominates.
I just want to show everyone that I had Predator winning that bracket, and I had Megan winning that bracket.
Oh, okay.
What a guy.
All right.
I got the other two wrong in the very first round, so it doesn't matter.
If we had a pick 'em contest, Nico might have won it.
He might have.
I think Megan wins this fight 4 out of 10 times, and I think Predator wins 6 out of 10 times. So
Thank
give me
you, Dabo.
Predator.
Davo Sweeney.
I think it's a close fight. I think she can research the Predator, but I think Predator takes it.
My bracket was fucked because I had Black Phillip winning it all because how do you beat the devil? But you all have shown me how you beat the devil apparently. So
you just beat Victor Crump. Or you just beat
I think Black Phillip.
Yeah. You like butter. I think that Predator is just too resourceful, too crafty. And, Megan, like you said, Brian, there's not information out there to scout. There's no information available, no game tape available on Predator. So I think it's a completely blind matchup. Predator's going to win. This game's going to be over by halftime.
All right, listen. I think you're underestimating Megan slightly, okay? I think she can research a lot of stuff. She'll be quick. She'll be crafty on her feet. Megan won the Royal Rumble, and she's going on to WrestleMania to finish her story. Except
Roman
the
Reigns.
tribal chief Predator takes her ass down with a little bit of help from his Samoan cousin. I got to go Predator late, though. It is a closer fight than you guys think, but that's okay because Megan can come back next year and finish her story, but not this time. Give me Predator.
Jennifer Davis said it's the mustache. It's giving Nico that Tom Selleck energy. Well,
It is.
You gotta do it for Halloween this year. So I think what y'all forgot with the Megan versus Predator thing is,
That's a great
so
movie.
maybe Megan just kind of fills them out. Does what the Predator's doing. Tallies it with her computer brain.
blowing her out of the water.
And then
That's what he's telling her.
No. I really think Megan probably could handle with it, but ultimately, I think the powers he has takes her out at the end. Close fight.
I think it's
And
close.
the TV people hate when an 8 seed wins the tournament, so this bracket sucks. That's just my poor seeding. Predator should have been a 1 or 2. That's my fault, not the fault of our great brains picking all the way through this bracket. This is the longest episode we've ever had.
Insane.
And I appreciate everyone's time. These birthday bonuses were supposed to be short. Surprise, motherfucker. I made them all. So the national champion of the horror villains is the Predator. Fellas, any final thoughts? I know we've talked a ton, so I know you guys want to get going on down the road. Any final thoughts?
Just happy
No,
birthday, brother.
Yeah, and thanks to everybody for watching and listening and listening to our stupid asses.
Yes. Hey, this is
Yep,
the most
had
watched
fun.
live stream we've ever had. It's not even close. So I do appreciate everyone hopping on and joining in on the fun. We appreciate everyone commenting along as well. So many comments, I had to put them up on the screen this time to let people see them as they showed up. So I really appreciate that. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for indulging me in my birthday bonus, everyone. And we appreciate Drew, one of the OG hosts of this show, coming on and tie breaking and having a good time with us for tonight. Fellas, hey, I appreciate that, Matt Sears. Fellas, I appreciate you guys for hopping on this with me. Congratulations to the national champion Predator, and we will catch you next time on Don't Go Out There.
I'm just
Love
glad
you,
you helped us
boys.
get rid of Pinhead.